Portland Timbers FC Dallas live stream reaction watch along Sons of a Pitch soccer podcast. Here to bring you this awesome Western Conference matchup between Portland Timbers and FC Dallas, coming live at you. Nick, how you doing tonight, man?
Mike, I am doing great. I was able to watch the early games, take like a little power nap, get a drink filled, and now we're ready to settle in for some Western Conference, West Coast late night MLS Cup playoff action. I'm excited for this one, man. We've got a great team in Portland who, despite Blanco's injury, like we were chatting a little bit in the YouTube comment section, ends up finishing third in the Western Conference. We got a Dallas team who at times overachieves, at times falls flat on their faces. We'll see which one of them shows up tonight. It's going to be exciting. There could be goals. We'll see. I'm ready for it, though.
This is going to be a lot of fun, man. I think this game is not going to disappoint at all. I'm excited to talk about it. We are going to keep you guys apprised of everything that's going on in the game. We'll give you play-by-play. We'll talk other MLS Cup playoff action as well. We're going to have lots of fun. So they're getting ready to get underway. Before they start, make sure you guys hit that subscriber button and subscribe to our channel. We need your help. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, one subscriber will be randomly drawn to win a $250 Visa gift card. It's that simple. We already picked up a subscriber earlier on tonight when we first launched this live. So make sure you guys hit that button and check out all of our awesome American soccer content as well. So with that being said, they're just about standing over the ball. They got their knee out of the way, and they're ready to get started. So as they get started, let's talk a little bit about the lineups tonight, the starting lineups for Portland. We'll start with them, and there is the kickoff right off the bat. Portland, we've got Clark in goal, Steve Clark, Pablo Bonilla, Larry Smabiala, Dario Zuparic, and Villafania at the back. Diego Chara and Yimi Chara in the midfield, kind of the defensive midfield spots. Andy Polo, Diego Valeri, Eric Williamson, and then Felipe Mora up top. So a very strong lineup, even missing Sebastian Blanco, a very strong lineup for the Portland Timbers. So you got to like what you see there from the home team. Now, for the road team, they're coming in. They've got the lineup of in goal. They've got Maurer. I'm going to have a hard time saying that guy's name all night tonight. We've got Nelson, Bresson, Hedges, and Reynolds across the back. Thiago Santos, Ricarte in kind of the like defense and mid. They're kind of going to be switching between the 5-4-1, maybe the 4-5-1. It'll be mixed around there. But Ricarte, Pico, Ferreira, and Hollingshed, and then Franca Hara up top. So a good lineup from Dallas as well. This one's going to be fun, Nick. Dallas is a very good team. Not a lot of big names, but a very good team. And you've got Portland that always plays extremely well in the playoffs and plays extremely well at home. So this one is going to be a lot of fun.
No doubt about it, Mike. And one thing that the MLS pregame show was talking about was the depth of the Portland Timbers. And anytime you want to make a run in a tournament or in a playoff format, as Valeri bends one just over the bar as we're approaching the third minute here, Portland with a good offensive possession early on here. Portland's got some great depth. I mean, you're starting Jeremy Ebobisse on the bench. Like, he is a game changer when he comes in off the bench. You still got Christian Paredes on the bench as well, a guy that can come in. Marco Farfan, a defensive player who can easily come in on the back line and shore things up if they've got a lead. Like, you've got excellent depth, and Savarese knows how to play his guys, and he has tons of experience, especially tons of playoff experience, being the Portland Timbers coach the last several years here. So, I mean, I give Portland the edge. That's who I think is going to win this game. I think it's going to be, 2-1, maybe 3-1 if they catch a late one when Dallas is pushing for an equalizer. But that's what I have going on. And also, you've got MLS Best 11, Diego Chara on Portland. He's going to shut down any counterattack. He's not afraid to take a hard foul or a yellow card. Hopefully he just doesn't get too many accumulating and he gets suspended for a playoff game. But that being said, I think Portland's the better team on paper. I think they're the better team the way they've been playing in recent form, and they should have a good 2-1, 3-1 victory.
Yeah, I was my prediction in this one, I'm going 2-1 Portland. I don't see a ton of goals in this one, but I think Portland will get it done at home. I think Dallas might get on the board there somewhere probably in the first half to kind of set the tone with this one. But I've got Portland winning 2-1 in this one. And as we speak, Zuparic at the back with possession sends a ball up to Felipe Mora. He goes wide to Villafana. They're trying to build something down the wings. That's kind of what you're seeing from Portland so far. And I think that's what there's going to be their game plan here with that kind of mixed up formation that Dallas has right now. So Heithager joins us. Thanks, Heithager, for jumping on with us. And she says, I thought Rocky was supposed to be on the stream. He was, he's busy watching his team. So I'll give him that. He said hi in the comments right when we got started. And, he's watching the game tonight. I know that for a fact. So, Rocky, if Rocky comes back on, we'll hang with him. But here's a chance here for Valeri. Sends it out wide to Jimmy Chara. He cuts back, took too long with the ball, and gets blocked out nicely by the FC Dallas defense. Villafana back in possession, though, goes back to Diego Chara. Sends it wide to Bonilla. Bonilla, that's how I'm going to remember him, is his big, long ponytail there. Williamson going down the right-hand side. Through ball into Andy Polo just a little bit too far, and the Dallas central defender. You're going to have to forgive me, guys. Dallas, their team, I don't know all their numbers. I don't know these guys' names off the top of my head. Portland I've got down, but Dallas, it's going to be tough to keep them straight on who they are. I've got their forwards down, a little bit of their midfield down, but man, that defense, I have no idea. But in possession here on the right-hand side, goes up to, I believe that's Andy Polo. It is over to Diego Chara. He sends it over to Felipe Mora. Villafana cuts in, goes back to the middle. Yimi Chara with a header right on goal into the goalkeeper's chest, and Maurer makes the good save. So, man, that's going to be I think Portland's on the front foot, man. They're getting started well. Hey, Ramon Poblano is on. He says, hi, guys. Love the show. Shout out Rockford. Hey, Ramon Poblano.
Yes.
Rockford.
My guy, Rocktown.
Yeah, man. Yes. Right down the road from us. So
spent 12 years of my life in Rockford. Started my soccer career there.
There you go.
Rockford
there you go.
Express.
So shout out to Rockford.
Yes, I'm drinking to Rockford right now. But yeah, Mike, your stream is maybe about 10 seconds ahead of me. So you jump in with all the live action, and maybe I'll give a little color on the back end as we get through it.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. Here,
Portland Polo in an Bonilla goes down looking for a call. Nothing there. Kind of had a through ball look, but went down with the foul, but no foul was called. So here's Polo now, and a foul is called on Franco Jara on Luis Mabiala. To kind of give and Gio Savarese, man, I love watching this guy on the sidelines, man. He's always fired up, and he's a good Italian. I think he's Italian, Savarese, good Italian boy. But here's Franco Jara, breaks.
I think he's actually from Argentina.
Cuts into the middle, pushes over the central defender. It falls over to Fafa Pico, but broken up nicely by Villafana. And he sends this one up the field, and it goes out for a Portland throw. Man, that was a good chance there from Dallas. They had a good rush. But here we got Muhammad on as well. Muhammad Abdullah, very interesting. Also, we've got False 9 Design. Hey, I like this show. Saw you in Tactical Manager live show. Hey, awesome. Thanks for jumping on here, False 9. Really appreciate that. It was we found that Tactical Managers live watch along, and I'm like, man, I love seeing more guys doing what we're doing, and that's really exciting. And they've got us beat tenfold on the amount of stuff they've got as far as subscribers and viewers and whatnot. So awesome to see you jumping on. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe as well to our channel to help us keep growing and hopefully catch up to those guys sooner rather than later. Ball goes out of play here. Villafania with a quick throw, sends it into Eric Williamson, gives it right away to Fafa Pico, sends it back to Hollingshed, who's kind of in a midfield role. And this is interesting. I've always pictured Hollingshed as a defender. I don't see him as a midfielder. And hey, Ryan Anderson jumps on. Hey, Ryan, how's it going, man? What's up, brother? Thanks for jumping on. Good lives over this weekend here, man. You did great with the Orlando NYCFC as well as today's match, the early match today. Looking good, man. If you're doing a live, it's going to penalty kicks. So hopefully this one doesn't go to penalty kicks because I got to go to work in the morning and it's getting kind of late, but I do want a good game.
Absolutely. And your mention about Gio Savarese, he's actually Venezuelan, but I'm pretty sure of Italian descent. So there's okay. Your little tidbit from the.
There you go.
Coach.
There you go.
And you're absolutely right, man. I've said it before. I would love if the MLS could do like a coach cam and just constantly have a camera on him and Peter Vermees, no matter what they're doing. Like that's the reality show I want. Like coaches even at home. Like I want to see them like yelling out plays to their pets as they're going on walks and things. Like those guys would still make that entertaining, and I would watch every single minute of it. But what we're seeing so far early in this game is as we get into the 10th minute here, it's all Portland. Portland has excellent possession. They're very comfortable on the ball. I think Dallas is going to grow into the game, but it's something we've seen with the other playoff games here is that, you have one team that gets off to a hot start, but as long as that other team, in this case Dallas, can actually hang in there and maybe only go down a goal or so, they're able to push late and kind of keep a Timbers team or keep the team in the lead a little bit on their heels, trying not to give up a late equalizer. So we've seen it go back and forth in some of these other games, but I don't think Dallas and Lucci are just saying like, let's keep it close. I think they're saying we got to go for it and try and get a goal on these Timbers guys early. But they need possession first, Mike. They don't have any possession yet.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. So we got a couple other jumping on here. Hey, Daniel Young joins Sky Blue Citizens podcast, his first episode for his new podcast coming out tomorrow. So everybody who's on here, check out Sky Blue Citizens podcast if you're interested in New York City FC. Daniel is just a wealth of knowledge of New York City FC. So get on that, and thanks for jumping on, Daniel. Appreciate it. As well, we've got Jason Jardine on YouTube. I'm assuming that's JJ on Twitter. How you doing, man? Thanks for jumping on YouTube and watching along with us. So here's a chance now for Dallas getting a little bit of pressure on the attack, and Yimi Chara takes the ball away and then just cut off nicely by the Dallas defender. I'm loving the Dallas in their red away jersey. I think it might be their home jersey. I don't know, but it's nice to see that instead of the white with the blue hoops because I like that red jersey. So here's a ball, falls to Felipe Mora. He cuts back, sends it wide over to Andy Polo, right up top of the box, takes a shot, and Maurer forces Maurer into a good save. That was a very nice save there. Another shot on goal for Portland. They've got 5 shots so far already, 2 on target. So they're rolling right now. Hopefully they can get one put past the keeper here soon, because Ibrelio on Twitter says hurry and score a goal. So hopefully we'll get a goal fairly quick to keep this one real interesting. But I'm thinking 2-1. That's my thoughts. Nick, what do you think for Portland? They're 5-4-2 at home this season. Dallas is 1-7-3 all time in Portland. So Portland with that kind of mediocre home record this season, obviously not having the fans in the stands causes a big is a huge part of that, right? What are your thoughts for Portland? Can they take advantage of being the home team tonight, or are you? Where's your head with that one?
Sure. I mean, you're right. Home field advantage doesn't mean as much right now when there's no fans in the stands, but there's still an element of having a team from Texas fly to the Northwest, right? They still had to get to Portland. They still had to make that trip. So at least Portland could sleep in their own beds last night, right? The other thing we got to remember too, there's a little bit of rain that was coming down before the game kicked off, and I don't know if it's still coming down, if there's a little sprinkle or something Portland players are more used to than people playing in Dallas at the very least. So you got some little things like that, but right now Portland just seems to be a lot more comfortable. The way they're playing, the way they're moving the ball around, getting to their spots. So while you're right, Mike, it's not a traditional home field.
Bonilla with a nice through ball comes back. Oh, almost cuts back to Valeri there, getting in on goal, but he gets it knocked away and cleared up nicely by the Dallas defender. But back into possession for Diego Chara. Sends it back to Zuparich. He's going to play it back to Steve Clark as they look to distribute out of the back. Man, good chance there for Portland. Yeah, they're kind of on the front foot here. So that I hope Portland can take a lead here shortly for their sake, because you always see teams that, they don't capitalize on those early opportunities, and then the whole game switches on them. So we will see. We will see here. Brother BKL Contreras jumps on. What up, boys? I feel heartbreak for NYCFC, but hey, no matter what, wait until CCL with Tigres. Absolutely. Brother BKL, thanks for jumping back on with us. Appreciate it, man. Sean Walker says, I hope Portland wins so Sounders beat them. Nice. That's a diehard Sounders fan right there. So good stuff. Thanks for jumping on with us. And everybody who is on still with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Get in on our 1,000 YouTube subscriber challenge. We've picked up a few subscribers already tonight, and we need to make some more. The goal is to get to 600 by the end of the first round on Tuesday night. So hit that subscribe button and get in for a chance to win $250. It's that simple. So here's a chance now. Valeri coming down the the right-hand side, sends a little cross in. Nice defensive play by Hollingshed. And then the ball goes out of play for a goal kick.
Right, Mike. Well, I'm seeing a lot of great pressure by Portland as soon as Dallas gets the ball. They are really pressing them. They're really forcing Dallas to make quick decisions. One other thought I wanted to finish up on that home field advantage. In Providence Park here, they're playing on turf. As nice of a turf as it is, they're playing on turf, where Dallas is used to a grass field. So that's another area where Timbers might have an advantage. They're used to a quicker ball. They're used to faster style of play, and how that ball might hop differently on the turf than on grass. So another thing to look out for between these two teams as this game progresses.
Yeah, totally. That definitely does play in. And here's Diego Chara in possession, gets cut off nicely by Dallas. They send it back to the keeper, and he sends a long ball back upfield. Eric Williamson tries to get ahead to it, but Villafania cuts it off. He's in possession, sends it up to Williamson. Right at the halfway mark, Diego Chara sends a nice little ball over to Williamson, now sends it to the right for Polo. Polo looking for something in the middle, ends up going back to Williamson, and he cuts in. Sends a beautiful ball into Valeri. He sends it back to Polo, taking way too long with the ball in the box. Had a great opportunity to hit that first time. Should have been 1-0 Portland right there, but he took way too long. Yimi Chara plays it back to his brother Diego, and Diego sends it back over to the right-hand side, but nicely cut out by Hollingshed. And then a great slide tackle from behind there for Valeri. Valeri sends it over to Bonilla. Bonilla, the ball falls into Felipe Mora, gets a foot on it, but it rolls harmlessly to Maurer, the keeper for Dallas. So good action still for Portland. They are still pressing. We will see how this plays out here. But I'm expecting a goal by the 25th minute for Portland as the way things stand right now.
Absolutely. And you hate to see delays in the box. Once you're within 10 yards, you just got to let it fly. I mean, at that point, you're looking for a deflection. Obviously, you're looking for the goal, but you're looking for deflection. You're looking for a block. You're looking for the keeper to spill it back out or something like that. So when you're inside 10 yards, man, let it fly. And if you're at this level, if you're within 15, 20 yards, start letting it fly. Keep the defense honest. Keep the goalie on his toes.
Yeah. So Ryan Anderson says Dallas is just hanging on here, and that is the case. I don't think Fafa Pico or Franco Jara have touched the ball. until I said that. And then, of course, Fabio gets his foot on the ball, but it goes right over to Villafania anyway. It's definitely hang on time for Dallas. They're trying to stick with it here. But Portland in possession again, sends it up to Andy Polo. Polo sends a nice ball through to Diego Chara, goes to the left-hand side for his brother, Jimmy, however you say it. And then it's cleared out by Dallas, but only as far as Diego Chara. Prophet Adam, thanks for jumping on here. He says 4-3-3. Okay, so looks like we've got a 4-3-3 formation for Dallas. I believe they've just been all over the place with kind of look like a 5-4-1, maybe a 4-5-1. And then Portland, I guess you could kind of switch Portland into the 4-3-3. A long ball across through the middle. Oh, and almost through for Felipe Mora. He almost got there, but the keeper comes out and takes it there.
Yeah, I even see Portland playing a 4-3-3 right now, Mike. The way they've got their front three pressing the Dallas back line there and keeping the pressure up, forcing Dallas into some really bad passes from the back line into the middle third of the field and turning them over and looking to spring a quick counter. So I think right now Dallas building in the back, just knocking it around, getting patience, completing some passes, just trying to get themselves a little bit of confidence and a little bit of time on the ball and just maybe grow into this game a little bit more as we're approaching the 19th minute here, 20th minute. They just want to get comfortable. They haven't had this much possession since their warm-ups in the beginning of the game. So they're just knocking it around, getting their legs fresh, getting going a little bit. And once again, they play the ball forward, get it into the middle third of the field, and then it's immediately knocked back.
Yeah, and there's I believe the first touch for Steve Clark with his hands at least comes out, grabs the ball, and quickly disperses it up the field. Mabiala in possession now, sends it up to Williamson with tons of space in the middle of the park, sends it out wide. That's cut off nicely by Dallas, and Pico just gets the ball taken away from him from Yimi Chara. Valeri gets closed out nicely. Maurer now in possession, the goalkeeper for Dallas, sends it up to Hollingshed. He's trying to go wide off of Bonilla, I believe. He gets around him, sends a nice ball up to Franco Jara, who goes back to Hollingshed, and he's kind of stuck there in a position not a lot of guys to go to. Sends it into the middle, and then switches it out to the right-hand side.
Good movement by Dallas right now. This is
the first time that Dallas is actually seen to get some movement on the ball here, and it's quickly taken away now by Portland, and missed pass for Valeri, and Hedges takes over possession here. And,
that was some really good possession by Dallas. You know, they get confidence by knocking the ball around the back. They bring it to the front third. They switch fields and look for the opening. As now they swing across in. Nobody there to get on the end of it, and it's easily cleared out by Dallas with Williamson starting the counterattack. And, a break is on for Portland right here.
It is.
Coming on 1v1 with the defender, plays the cross, and it's blocked away. An excellent defensive recovery there by Dallas.
Yep, Matt Hedges with a nice clearance there. Isai says Portland just getting set to score 3 goals tonight and win the game. Nice. Prophet Adam says cut the trunk.
Cut the trunk. That's right. Let's fire up that chainsaw. I don't even know if they got him there.
Yeah, Timber Joey's not there, man. There's not. They just got a bunch of scarves hanging on the piece of wood over there on the tree trunk. So, nobody allowed in. Period. So, but damn, let the guy in with the chainsaw, man. It's the playoffs. Ain't nobody around him. I'm just saying. Luchi Gonzalez on the sideline there. He's got his game face on, man. He's trying to figure out how to counter this Portland attack here. And
you know what, Mike? If
in possession, what's up?
If I'm the Portland Timbers, I give Timber Joey like a $2 a day stipend. That way he's kind of like on payroll, and he's an essential employee, and that way you can have him at these kind of events.
There you go.
Yeah, there's ways around this. There's ways around it.
Exactly. And I'm sure he would do it for that $2 a day. No doubt. So here comes Portland now. Villafania over on the left-hand side. Sends it over to Valeri, and a foul there on Villafania. Actually on Ferreira. But Villafania down. It was Reynolds who the foul was on. Villafania down on the ground. He's grabbing his ankle. His shoe's kind of half off. And
yeah, it looks like he got his ankle stepped on. That's a tough one. The referee checking on him to see if he needs medical attention. Here's the replay on it. Let's see. He comes right. Oh yeah, that's
studs right on the
painful.
back of the leg. Yep, that's not fun. That's not fun.
Yeah, as harmless as it looks from that angle, it looks like he just kind of clips his legs. But man, studs into the Achilles. That could have been a lot worse than it looked. And thankfully, Villafania's okay. But you know what? Good on the referee. He gets over there real quick. He makes sure everyone's in check. He's not going to let this get out of control like we saw in the earlier game of San Jose, Kansas City. That was a total officiating debacle. But it looks like the referee's on this one as Portland swings it into the box and Dallas is able to clear it, but only as far as Williamson, who gets a little chip back in and overplays it a little bit, and the ball rolls out for a corner. Portland just can't find that last pass, Mike. They're doing everything else right.
They are. We're 23 and just about to turn into 24 minutes into this one. And, man, they're doing everything but that final shot. They've had a couple chances where that first touch for that last guy just kind of went awry. And that's what we're seeing right now from Portland. Good movement from them. They're on top of it. They're playing well right now. Dallas kind of hanging on. They've gotten forward once or twice, but for nothing serious. I mean, Fafa Bicol right now is looking like kind of like a defensive mid player, and that's definitely not where he's supposed to be playing. But Bonilla goes over to Diego Chara, and it's cut off by Pico, kind of in that D mid spot. And here comes Thiago Santos, sends it up looking for Franco Jara. Zuparic is there to clear it out. No, it doesn't go out. And now it bounces it off of Jara. Jara sends it back, and it goes all the way back there to Reynolds. Reynolds into number 10, Ricarte, sends all the way back to Matt Hedges along the back line. Dallas I think they're just trying to ease in a little bit of possession here and try and balance this one out a bit because, it's been all Portland. Portland's got to score goals, though, man. They've got to get the goals in.
You saw the sideline view of Gio Savarese, Portland's coach, and it was the first time in a long time I didn't see him yelling or screaming. He's speechless on the sideline because his team is doing everything right. Their formation is sound. Their counterattacking is on point. They're getting into the channels, lobbing balls in, and they just can't find the back of the net.
Right. That's it. They're doing everything right, but scoring goals. That's the only thing. And, so Prophet Adam says, says Portland need to get goals. Yes. Come on, Portland. I need you in my picks. I need you to get through in this game. I really do. And we got False 9 Design. I'm subscribed. Gave a like. Thanks for the entertainment. Absolutely. That is awesome. Thank you very much, False 9 Design, for subscribing and turn on those notifications. We go live for probably 1 or 2 games a week, as well as our regular podcast episodes and picks and predictions every week, but now every round since we're here in the playoffs now. A corner for Portland here. Yimi Chara looks like gets the ball played out off the Dallas defender. And here we go. Portland with a set piece opportunity now. 26 minutes into this one. Is this the chance? I think it might be. Diego Valeri standing over it. I got a feeling about this one, Nick. And here it is, a long ball in, and Felipe Mora just doesn't get to head to it. Number 4, I believe it's Brisson. Yep, Brisson gets ahead to it and sends it out for another corner. Maybe it'll come off this corner. I don't know. We'll see. But, man, Portland, this is all Portland. They've got to get one before the halftime break, man. If they don't get one before the halftime break, I don't have a good feeling. I think Dallas will be like, hey, we took everything they've got. So here's the ball in there and a header. Oh, by Mabiala, and it goes over the bar. No, nothing doing there. So Ryan Anderson says, if I get this right, I'll have all 5 right so far and 7-0, including the wild cards. I'm on fire. Let it ride. Ryan, nice, man. Well done with those picks. Very, very nice. I'm screwing up here. I've lost a couple now with Minnesota getting the victory over Colorado. I picked Colorado. and also had New York City FC. So not good. But hey, we got a new subscriber here. Mo Soccer Podcast has subscribed to the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. We'll make sure to come find you and subscribe as well. Looking like another fellow podcaster out there doing their business. So good stuff. We'll get that over to you shortly. Nick, how your picks doing?
So I have been solid on all my picks except for that New York one. And that New York pick really just trashed my bracket because I had New York winning the Eastern Conference. I have them representing the East in the finals, and that is not happening. So no. I didn't – I thought this was the year they get the monkey a little lower down their back.
I did. I really did. Oh, man. Yeah. No, I thought this was it. I really thought they'd get far. I think I had them losing to – who the hell did I had them losing either in the final or the semifinal. I can't remember, but I really thought they were going to make a run here, and they didn't. So, Mo Soccer Podcast is how's the game going? It's been all Portland, absolutely 100% Portland. As far as the stats go, I think possession you're probably looking pretty fairly even actually, 51-49. But man. The shots 6-0 like off target, 2 on target. So it's been all Portland. They've done nothing but hit the back of the net. They've done everything but hit the back of the net, not nothing.
Yeah, well, you know what? The possession I think is a little deceiving because it's about even as far as possession. But if you were to find like a heat map or where the possession is taking place, Portland's possession is mostly in their offensive third, and Dallas's possession is mostly in their defensive third. So the ball's been in the Dallas end for the vast majority of this game. So the possession statistic is a little deceiving thus far in this game. But if you want to look at actually, maybe I might be wrong here because I'm looking at the MLS stats. It says in the attacking half. Oh, no, that's just percentage of passes completed. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Portland has completed 115 passes in the attacking half, 64 in the final third, whereas Dallas has completed 46 passes in the attacking half, 17 passes in the final third. Dallas is not creating any goal-scoring opportunities, and if you're a stats head, I can't wait to see what the expected goals is for Dallas after this first half. It's got to be like 0.02 or something like that.
It's probably damn near 0. But yeah, we've got a couple more comments here. Roman Poblano says, are you guys going to do the LAFC game on Tuesday? I hope so. Absolutely, that is the plan. We're actually going to record our podcast episode before the show, before the live of LAFC in Seattle, and then we will be live doing LAFC Seattle Tuesday night. So that's the plan for now. Here's a chance here for Franco Jara, and it's in the back of the net. 1-0 Dallas out of nothing. A ball squirts through, and what? How did this happen?
This is like one of those offense-defense drills where the team who's just supposed to sit back and play defense is like, screw it, I'm going to go score a goal. I don't care if there's nothing over there. I don't care if I'm supposed to be playing defense.
Wait a minute. VAR might be coming back on this one because he is clearly offside on this one. I thought he might have been offside with how far ahead of the play he was, but let's wait a minute here before we get crazy because looking at the lines on the field, as little as they are that you can see, it looks like he might have been offside. To me, I think he was. I'll go out on the limb and say yes, he was offside.
It looks like he was offside by at least a step.
Probably a step and a half.
Still a great play by Dallas. Like this is the fear. This is what we were talking about. That it's going to come against the run of play. That Dallas is going to spring a surprise on Portland here, and then it's going to change the whole dimension of this game. Portland's going to have to attack even more than they already have been, which is nearly impossible. But you're right, Mike. It looks like this is going to be called back.
Yeah, I would. And we got Halen, Weimer, Koppa. Who do you think is going to win? I'm going with Portland. The referee did just make the signal. He's going back to check it out on VAR. He's offside. There's no doubt about it. So this one's going to get wiped off, which really sucks for Dallas. But again, with the way this play has been going, Dallas has been on top of this the whole time, or Portland's been on top of it the whole time there. So, man,
it's going to be a quick look.
Hey, here's Jose Mesa Mera. Jose Mera has joined us offside. And here comes the referee to make his call. And Jose, you are correct. He is offside. That is the ruling. It is still 0-0. And Jose, I'm sure make sure you join us as well. I know you're a Sounders fan. Make sure you join us for that game there on Tuesday night. I'm sure you'll be watching there, but live on TV since it'll be your Sounders. But hang with us and talk some soccer.
Hey, so False 9 Design asks, what do you think of the end of that Orlando game? I tweeted it out. That was the craziest ending to any game I have ever watched in my 36 years on this planet, both as a player and as a fan. I don't know what else to say. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It had red cards in a shootout. It had illegal substitutions. It had 22 minutes of referees trying to figure things out. And by the way, Pro just announced today that refereeing crew will not call another game this season.
Right.
They are done for the playoffs. They are done for the season. Even though they got everything right eventually, it took them almost a half hour to do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, that was a crazy finish, man. I mean, just unbelievable. And talk about folklore, man, for Orlando. I mean, it's huge. I mean, and God bless New York City, man. They just cannot. They just can't. I don't get it, man. I do not understand when New York City. They won all those games in a row. They were on fire. Yes, Orlando's a good team. Yes, Orlando was at home, but New York City is playing as well as they were. I know they're down Hebert. I know there's all that kind of stuff, but man, I can't. As Ryan Anderson says the chaos. It was chaos, and I'm just like I'm just heartbroken for NYCFC. And brother BKL Contreras says, yeah, I agree, Mike. I lost NYCFC, but I could make the Western Conference. I got SKC, Minnesota. Only I'm missing is Portland and Seattle. So I don't know, man. Like NYCFC, what the hell? Like, what is going on with that team?
I think part of it is they switch coaches too frequently that none of them can get a really good learn from the playoff experiences. And that's one of the most difficult things for a non-American coach to come into the MLS and figure out playoffs and how to get your team excited for the playoffs. So that might explain part of NYCFC's problems. But it doesn't help that they can't find the back of the net, much like Portland can't find the back of the net right here, despite all their possession. Doesn't help that their captain and best player, Maxi Morales, shanked the penalty kick as the first taker. So it really put him on the back foot right away. So it was a lot of different things for me. I think the officiating got a little lazy and poor. They didn't keep that game under control. Hopefully we don't see anything like that. Hopefully we don't see any kickouts, red cards, hack a player. But you know what? Orlando, to their credit, screwed the whole flow of that game up just to try and get to penalties, just to try to break up that possession that New York City was having.
Down a man, you're going to do that, right? But hey, we've got Tactical Manager TV on with us here. Hey, what's up? False 9 sent me the link. Thanks for jumping on, Tactical Manager. Saw your stream during the New York City Orlando game and checked it out, as well as gave you guys a subscribe and a like. Thanks for jumping on with us here. We're doing the same thing. It's awesome to see more U.S. soccer in lives, podcasts, however you want to do it. So thanks for jumping on. And as they just said, they were there for the Orlando stream. We were hanging out with you, and you guys did a great job. Thanks for jumping on with us here tonight for Portland and Dallas. As we speak right now, Dallas here getting a free kick opportunity. This one, man, Andy Polo, and then it's Bonilla. Looks like, maybe it's Portland's free kick. At least that's the way it looks to me.
Yeah. Pico comes in really hard, comes in late, draws the yellow card here in just before the third.
Okay, Pico with the yellow.
Yeah. And I don't know what he's complaining about. He comes in from behind. He comes in studs up, comes in late. And I don't know if he was saying it should have been a foul against Portland earlier, like the play before. I don't know why he's arguing. But this is exactly what I want to see from the official here. As soon as the foul is called, he's on the ball. He's over the ball. He's by the player who's down. He's making sure that there's no tempers flaring. Makes a quick decision, pulls the yellow card out, and then separates and allows play to restart. We don't need tempers flaring. We don't need uncertainty in the game. and Portland's able to pick the ball up and get back to play. And that's what we want. The official does what he needs to do, and the game resumes. None of this, making it about him or waiting on him. I'm liking it so far here, Mike.
Yeah, no, it's here we got a couple more comments here, and Tactical Manager says, count on me. We need MLS and soccer to grow. Absolutely. And that's the way we do it, is more conversation, more guys like us talking about this game. And False Nine agrees. And then he comes in with this crazy thing about and need promotion relegation. Dude, we've talked about this a lot. We'll talk about it a lot more, I'm sure. So thanks for bringing that up, and we'll see how that goes. But also then Ryan Anderson, check out his page. He's big on CONCACAF, does a lot of MLS, CONCACAF, CCL, does all that kind of stuff. So check out his page as well. Another one, part of our it was funny, I was watching Ryan's stream earlier tonight, and Hyde Hager was on his stream. We had Daniel Young on the stream. Rocky was on the stream, and it was like this big family, man. Like all of us just together, we're growing the game of soccer. So as far as Tactical Manager TV and False Nine, welcome to the family, guys. Let's keep growing this sport and working together to make it the best thing we can do here. So
absolutely. And while you're singing, Kumbaya around the fire here, Mike, which I love, by the way. I love it. I'm glad we're getting everybody together here. Portland with a good opportunity. Williamson coming in, trying to clean a little something up on the far post, just gets under his volley a little bit and sends it over the top of the crossbar. But you know what? Dallas had a really good stretch of possession there. Portland weathered that. And now Portland is back on the front foot a little bit, trying to make something happen. So the game is starting to really even out a little bit. With both teams really pressing for that goal before halftime.
Yeah, definitely. Here comes Dallas. Hollingshed sends a wide ball out, sends the cross back in. Mabiala is the only one there. Does a horrible clearance, but then gets his head on it again. And here comes
the brother it to himself.
He did. And the Chara brothers come out wide, send it out to Valeri. Now back to Diego Chara. Chara back heels it to Valeri. He's got tons of space in the middle of the park, sends a ball into the middle. Why the hell Valeri did not just take a shot from 22 yards out, I have no idea. But he does take a shot from the corner of the box, and it does go out wide. Just misses that one.
Well, he was looking
Valeri
for
really got a good opportunity there. And, hey, we got Luis, see you in Chicago later in the year. Will Fire get new LI? And then he says, Will D. I don't know where you're going with that, but as far as maybe possibly the Chicago Fire getting a new logo, yes. Mansueto came out, said we're getting rid of the logo. We'll have another season of it, but we're starting the process to get the new one in. And good on the Fire for that one. Definitely got to give props for that. They screwed that one up. It was ugly. It was trash. Hell, it was even like gang related. It was just as bad as it could get. And
I think it was a little bit of a stretch to say it was a Latin Kings affiliated logo, but
that's what everybody was saying. It's Chicago, man. Bang, bang. Okay. There's lots of shots in Chicago. Okay. If you put a logo on a jersey and it's got some relation to the game. Anyways, we're getting way off track here, but okay. Dan Hunt's in attendance there in Portland. He's got his National Soccer Hall of Fame mask on with his hunting jacket. Good stuff. So start a hunting season here. I've been seeing lots of pictures. Speaking about bang bang, we got some pictures of deer getting shot and some hunting pictures on my Facebook timeline. But here we go with Dallas here. They got the camera
talking
on
everything tonight here, aren't we, Mike?
Dude, we got it all, man. It's late. It's 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. Late, man. I remember being in college and being like, late. 10 o'clock is when I wake up to go out. Not anymore.
Yeah. So the reason we can talk about this is because there is a stoppage in play right now. It's the 41st minute. We have Eric Williamson, who's down, getting some medical attention from the Portland training staff here. It looks like he clipped him as he was running. It looks like he just got his own legs tangled up a little bit. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, if he pulled something. Or if it was maybe a non-contact type of injury. I hope it was a non-contact, or I hope it was not a non-contact type of injury, because those usually mean some sort of ligament damage, and we hate to see that. But in the meantime, Pacot was giving the referee an earful, and I really don't think the head official was really having any of it. He was just kind of giving that stare like, Oh, okay, honey, I know I still have to do this, that, and the other. Yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it. Yeah, Keep talking, Picoult. Keep talking. You'll get yourself a second yellow card in the second half. That's fine. So yeah, hopefully Dallas actually uses this time to regroup a little bit, maybe get their back line in shape. That way Portland doesn't squeak one in right before the half. Similar, I think Portland should be having the same discussion. How can we make sure Dallas, whose offense is coming right up the middle of the field, they're not getting those balls in deep channels and crossing it in. Dallas is going straight up the middle at Portland, and it's been working. And they're doing it again right now with the little ball chipped just over the top. Unfortunately, the Portland defense is there to clean it up, and the ball's played out wide right. So this is starting to get exciting here. Bodies are starting to fly around. The weather has made the field real slick and real fast, and hopefully that doesn't lead to any injuries, Mike. Just some goals and just some exciting plays.
Yeah, so T-Mac has joined us. Thanks for jumping on, T-Mac. Sup, everyone. Missed the first half until now. Eventful half or not, it has been pretty eventful. A lot of chances for Portland. They can't get it past the keeper, though, at the moment. And now Dallas is starting to even this play out. So here comes Dallas as we speak, sending a ball into the box, but it does roll out of play here for looks like a goal kick. It is. And Steve Clark will send it up. Man, I just saw a note here on my ESPN feed watching this game, and it says that Napoli lost to Inter Milan 3-1 today, or not Inter, AC Milan. AC Milan, 2 goals from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He leads Serie A Golden Boot race with 10 goals. Zlatan. On the best team in Serie A with the most goals in Serie A. What? He couldn't lead an MLS team to the playoffs. So, well, he made him to the playoffs. Couldn't win a cup. So, man. And
yeah, his whole game I saw again was pretty old, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And here, Mike, real quick update. Sorry, as much as I like to tease Zlatan and everything about the LA Galaxy, Eric Williamson did get back out onto the pitch. He ran around for about a minute or so, and then goes right back down again. Portland, they got a sub up and ready to go. Medical staff's helping him off the field. And not good for Williamson. Not good for the depth of the Timbers either to lose someone of his quality.
Yep. So Paredes comes on with his platinum blonde locks, and Williamson is done. That's a big blow for Portland, man. Williamson has kind of been a real breakout player for the Timbers this year, and I don't know, man. If I'm a Portland Timbers fan, I'm not feeling good about this second half. You've had 45 minutes of play. You've held most of the play. You should be up at least 1 or 2-0, and it's 0-0. And now one of your better offensive midfielders is now out. And Dallas is starting to turn things around. So I'm not liking what I'm seeing here by Portland.
Yeah, I wouldn't be discouraged if I'm Portland. I mean, we know they've been relying on their depth a lot this year. And, Williamson kind of started off as a bench player, bringing some depth into that MLS's back tournament, had a couple of goals, played really well, and then became a starter for the Timbers. So you can bring in Paredes, you can bring in Mbobise. You've got guys who can fill in for that role. So from a positional standpoint, I don't think it's that much of a drop off. But when you lose a guy like that right before halftime, when you lose someone who's been a motor for you and kind of I don't want to call him like an inspirational leader, but someone who can bring that energy and bring that extra little bit of it factor. Definitely is kind of an emotional letdown for the Timbers here. And you know what? I'll tell you, Williamson's only been in the league. I think this is his 3rd season. He spent it all with either Portland 2 or Portland. So to see him jump up and now get a starting spot in the Timbers' first playoff game of 2020 really is a credit to him. So hopefully this is not the last playoff game for him this season.
Yeah, hopefully not. Here's a deflected ball, and Maurer comes out and plays it, gets possession. 3 minutes of stoppage time in this one in the first half. So a lot of injuries and Man, 3 minutes is a long time in the first half. It gets deflected off Pico.
I was going to say, is this 3 minutes of stoppage time, or is this a Sporting Kansas City 3 minutes of stoppage time that turns into like 10 or something like that?
Yeah, 12. Yeah, no, that was man, that was crazy today. That is for sure.
Yeah. Apparently, people who are actually keeping time of all of that say it was actually pretty accurate because Sporting Kansas City celebrated after that goal a long time. But never seen that. Usually they just tack on maybe another minute. But anyway, that's KC advanced. My bracket maintained. My silent in the closet love of Sporting Kansas City remains. So we're good.
Yeah, good. So here's Chara, sends it back into the middle of the field, but that's cleared out nicely. And no danger there for Dallas. They send a long ball up. Zuparic is back to make the clearance there. And now Bonilla in possession. He's got Fafo Pico all over him. Pico sends it up the field, but nothing there. Mabiala, and a foul is called on Franco Jara, who had that breakthrough there at 1-0, but it was ruled offside. Now here's Paredes. Paredes looking over to the right for Bonilla. Bonilla just goes back to Mabiala, and I think they're just looking for that halftime whistle. So with that being said, we're almost at halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, during halftime is a great time to help support us. We are now on CashApp. Support us with a tip on these live streams. Really would be appreciated. Anything you guys could do would be a help. $1, $2, whatever. We're cheap. We'll take it, whatever. But check it out. We've got the QR here on the screen for you, and definitely appreciate anything you guys can do to help grow the soccer here in the USA.
And every dollar that comes in for us goes right back into the show, whether it's for podcast hosting, new software and graphics, cameras, mics, equipment. We put it all right back into the show.
Absolutely. So here they are, halftime whistle. They're talking to Savarese. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second half, probably about 10 or 12. And enjoy your break. We'll enjoy our break, and we will talk to you guys in just a few minutes. Let me unmute. We are back. Sorry about that little break there. I was doing some laundry here in the second during the break here. So we're back. Any changes in this one so far,
You know
Nick?
what, Mike? I'm just pulling up any halftime substitution logs here, but it doesn't look like either team is going to be changing much up. I mean, you know what? They both had opportunities, despite Portland having most of the possession. So I wouldn't expect anything. We did see the sub just before halftime. Christian Paredes comes in for Eric Williamson, who looks like he injured his ankle despite trying to give it a go. So that's the only change that I see so far. Of the first half stats that really stood out to me, shots on goal, 1 for Dallas, 2 on goal for Portland, but 8 overall. But here we go. Dallas with a good opportunity early on here in the 49th minute is able to come straight down the middle, but unable to get creative enough to get around the defense there. They try a distance shot, but it's right at Steve Clark, who makes a comfortable save. So it looks like both teams have come out with a little bit of energy and a little bit of urgency here to try and find the opening goal. But as we kind of recap things from the first half a little bit, possession was about even. Again, shots in favor of Portland 8-2, but shots on goal only 2-1. What was kind of telling from another one of the statistics here that the MLSsoccer.com website provides is Dallas has had, like 14 clearances. Like they've been playing the bulk of this game in their own defensive third. So we'll see if they're able to build some possession and get out of the back a little easier the second half.
As we speak, here's Portland now with the chance. Valeri sends it in, but it just gets cleared out by Dallas. And Ryan says, so we both had to do some chores during breaks in our stream today. And that's what we have to do when we are, growing podcasters and YouTubers here. So guys, get in on our subscription challenge. Hit that subscribe button, help us grow, and get in on a $250 Visa gift card. It's that simple. So we're already, I think, up 10 so far tonight. So get in on it and hit that subscribe button here.
And spread the word. Tell your friends and family.
Tell your friends. Tell your enemies.
They owe you a finder's fee if you win it for them. Like, go ahead, spread it out there. If you love what we do, tell your friends. If you hate what we do, tell your enemies. I mean, just get the word out.
Exactly. So here's Dallas now in possession. Brisson has the ball, takes it over to Hedges. Hedges up to Reynolds. Reynolds sends it up the field, and it gets knocked out by Portland. It should be a Dallas throw. Oh, they give it to Portland, and it's a Portland throw here. It was funny. We had a good conversation on Instagram today with Morel. He joined our last live stream, and he put some money on these games, and he's got something going on here. And I said, hey, well, send your friends a Cash App tip if you get the win there, because he had like a $2 bet for like $180. I'm like, yeah, spread the wealth, brother. Same thing with you guys. You guys bring your friends in, get them to subscribe. If they win that $250, then hey, you get some of that too.
Yeah, right. So, at least they can buy you a drink or a sandwich or something.
Right, exactly. So as we speak here, Hollingshed shoots a corner, and not a corner, but right from the edge of the box, and it goes out for a corner for Portland. And Ebabisi's getting lined up. He's getting warmed up. He's getting ready to come into this game. They're going to need some Jeremy Ebabisi to bring some heat there on the Portland front line. Felipe Mora has not really done the job so far for Portland. So,
yeah.
Hey,
I mean, Ebabisi is coming back from a concussion, so hopefully he is coming back, at 110%. You see him with a little bit of the headgear there as a precautionary measure. So we'll see if that has any effect on him. If he pulls up a little, if he doesn't go hard into some challenges or to some 50-50 balls. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here as Dallas takes this corner kick.
So Cool Guy says, do you just pick randomly to win? It's just random. Absolutely. So when we hit that 1,000 subscribers, we will do it probably during one of our normal episodes of podcast episodes, and we will draw out of every single subscriber that we have in every single notification that we get, every single one off the list. We put it into the hat, and we will draw a winner out of that hat. And somebody's going to get $250. I'm down with that. I want to give away some money. We've got some sponsorship, as you can see here, over right next to me here, Skira Icelandic Water. They are our sponsors. See the little sponsored by logo I threw in there? Yeah, pretty cool.
Mike.
Those guys, they continue to help us grow. And so go check them out. You can find any Skira international Icelandic spring water at any 7-Eleven in the United States and get on with that and support them because they support us. So a huge shout out to Skira Icelandic Water, as well as Donovan Food Brokerage and nice premium Iceland Pure Spring Water. So here we got a Facebook viewer on as well. Facebook, hello, my friend from Enoch MRS. Thanks for jumping on, Enoch, and hanging out with us here on Facebook. And make sure you make your way over to YouTube to get subscribed and turn on those notifications so you guys don't miss any of our awesome American soccer content. As Cool Guy says, you guys doing a game on Tuesday? We are doing the LAFC Seattle game at 9:30 Central Standard Time. We're gonna have a lot of fun there. Good chance for Dallas here, and gets deflected. Beautiful save there, and goes out of play for a corner kick. Well, for Portland, excuse me. Nice ball in from Valeri Paredes with a shot. Probably would have hit the bar, but Maurer gets his hand on it and sends it over the bar for a corner kick.
That's the skill and talent that Paredes brings. Like one time in it, off the half volley, a rocket just over the crossbar. Like he's standing on the 18-yard line, and man, yeah, that may have caught crossbar, but if I was playing keeper, I would have made sure to push that over the top too. You're not going to leave that to chance or to bounce back into the front of the box again. So Portland, you got me doing it too, Mike. Portland seeing if they can do it from set pieces.
Yep, exactly. Portland's got to get something going, and they've really owned most of the first half. The last probably 10 minutes or so, Dallas kind of came alive, started to bring the kind of tilted the pitch back a little bit. But yeah, no, they're definitely on a roll. Dallas is trying to get something going, and Enoch says, "How are you?" We are fantastic. I'm fantastic. Nick, how you doing?
I'm feeling great, man. It's only 10:30 here, Chicago time, so we've got all night ahead of us, man. I'm probably gonna log in and get some work done and do a few emails after this matchup. That's how early it is right now here, and how much energy I have because of the MLS Cup playoffs. And Dallas bringing a little bit of energy as they push the ball forward, but then an errant pass in the midfield goes right over to Portland. The Chara brothers hooking up in the center circle there, trying to see if they can't send something forward. But Dallas with a good press to turn them back. So Portland starts the offensive rebuild from the back line and swings it wide left. I think this is Jimmy Chara now coming up the left-hand side, cuts it inside, seeing if he can't play a ball across. Diego comes in the middle as they look for a little 1-2 combo. Can they break down this Dallas defense? They're right at the edge of the 18. Nope. Dallas is able to walk it away, and Portland regains possession in the middle third here. So going to try it again, Mike. This is what Portland has been doing for the last 56, 57 minutes, is just trying one avenue after the other.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a comment here from Andrew Rosenstein. Good stream for this game. Hey, I don't know where the streams are, but if anybody has a stream, a live link to stream this game, go ahead and put it in the comments. We're here talking about it, but if anybody has a stream for the game, go on and check it out if you want to. So no doubt there. Portland back in possession now. Paredes in the midfield, sends it wide. Now all the way back to Bonilla. It's given away, and Bonilla with a handball there. No call from the referee, but Diego Chara sends a long ball up to Diego Chara, or Yimi Chara, excuse me. And he's got 1-on-1 on the box, 1-on-2 now, tries to skip it through. Diego Valeri up, and it'll be a goal kick for Dallas here. Man, that looked like a corner there. T-Max says, LOL, Savarese and his lame scarves. Yeah, dude, put a Timber scarf on, man. Like, you're the head coach of the Timbers, bro. Just put a Timbers 2015 MLS Cup scarf on for the playoffs. Don't be matching your suit. You know what I'm saying? But man, no, Portland here, a good overhead cross, a throw in over to Yimi Chara, but Maurer comes out and takes the ball. And he's kind of calming things down here because Portland is back in the pressure here in the beginning of the second half where they were in the first half. So Andrew says, oh, okay, I have a ESPN sign-in. Didn't know how to watch. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Get on that. But before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and get in our $250 Visa gift card challenge on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe. We're big-time soccer fans. We have a lot of fun talking a lot of soccer. So we're kicking ass tonight, sure. And we're having fun. So Ryan says,
for everyone else
like
too.
Vanny scarves. Yeah, no, I'm okay. Vanny does it too, but man, just bring your team scarf in, man. Like, like I don't know, man. I've got like 20 of them here for TFC. Like, just get on with it.
What are you saying, Mike? Like we wear Sons of a Pitch shirts every broadcast we do, and you drink out of your Sons of a Pitch mug everything we do. Is that what you expect from professional MLS coach?
Yes. I'm trying to grow my brand, man. I'm trying to grow the brand. You know what? That's what we do. Like that's what TFC should be doing. That's what Portland, Gio Savarese should be doing. You know, and as we got a new subscriber here, it's in a different language. I don't know what that is, but Bequinis Akaro, I have no idea. But new subscriber, thanks for jumping on here and adding your name into the $250 Visa gift card challenge. So here's Portland now with a ball. Felipe Mora still in the game, just gets it back in, and a nice centering ball into Paredes. Paredes over to Yimi Chara. Chara goes back to his brother, and then he sends it out wide to Villafana. Portland with the pressure right now. Goes wide over to the right-hand side for Felipe Mora. Mora has some pressure on him, but he sends it over to Polo. He takes a shot, and it goes way wide, way high, and a free kick for Maurer, the keeper. So, hey, look at that. Andrew Rosenstein sent us a $1 tip on the Cash App. Appreciate the help, Dallas Moneyline. Absolutely. Thank you, Andrew, for the tip. Definitely appreciate it. So we're picking up subscribers. We got tips coming in. Thank you so much. And as well, Andrew, there's a notification for the subscription. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the game on that ESPN app with your sign-in. Make sure you hang out with us when we do our American soccer content. And thank you for the tip. That's the first one for the show there. You are a record breaker, Andrew. Appreciate it. So everybody else who's out there, hit that QR code on my screen and send us a tip. Damn it. We are working hard for you. Send us a tip on the Cash App. $1, $2, whatever. It's a little bit. We're just trying to grow the game of soccer here. Trust me. Both Nick and I, Nick's an attorney. I'm an accountant. We don't need a buck or two. We're just wanting to keep on growing the sport of soccer here in the United States. So thank you, Andrew, and thank you to everybody else who's watching. Really appreciate it.
Excellent. And in the meantime, we've got Ferreira coming off for Tanner Tessman in the 61st minute here. So we'll see if Tessman can, maybe connect that strong NFL ready kicker leg that he's got. I don't know if anyone saw that article earlier out in the year, but he had a scholarship offer to kick for Clemson and turned it down so he could stay with FC Dallas. And he's worked his way onto the first team here, and he is making his first playoff appearance in the 61st minute of this game. So, yeah, keep an eye on Tanner Tessman. That dude can wind up and
Yimi Chara back into the middle. He's got the ball, sends it over to the left-hand side, back to Felipe Mora in the middle of the box. He takes a shot. It gets kicked, and it'll be a goal kick. No penalty.
Oh.
Looked like it was going to be possibly a penalty, but it goes out of play for the goal kick. The referee does not confuse it, and Portland's getting closer.
Man, Mike, there's nothing else they can do. Like, we can sit here and try and say what ifs, but, gosh, Portland's going to find the back of the net at some point, right? They got to, right? Come on.
You would think so, man. You would think so. It's getting real close.
I mean, Mora is right there. Like, I don't know. We saw Ebobisse warming up, and we talked about how, or you mentioned Mora is not getting it done, but he's right there. He's been in the heart of some of their best opportunities. So do you go double striker and bring Ebobisse and Mora together, or do you take him off and bring Ebobisse in just to see if you can't mix it up a little bit? Who knows?
Yeah, and as T-Mac says, way too many touches in the box, man. That's been Portland's issue tonight. They've just been they get the ball in the box and they're looking for that next pass. Put the damn ball on net. It's misty. You're on turf. Just kick the damn ball and get it in the net.
Right. That's the hockey in you talking, Mike. Just put a shot on.
That's what I do, man. That's what I do. So Alwyn says business end of things is heating up. Absolutely. This game's getting closer. Our business is heating up. And as we speak, we've got another donation from Austin. Austin sends us $5 to Sons of a Pitch Soccer Podcast. Hey. Thank you so much, Austin. Really appreciate it. Dude, you guys, this is awesome, man. We are just busting our ass trying to make some money here, and this is awesome. Trying to grow the game of soccer here in the United States. So anybody else that's out there who want to send us a tip for these awesome streams, hit it. The QR code right there on my screen, and we got that Cash App going. Thank you to Austin. Thank you to Andrew as well. Definitely appreciate it, guys. Lots of fun.
Hey, Mike, I wanted to touch back on something we were talking about the first half with Dallas's lineup, having Hollingshed playing in the midfield. You're right. Typically, he is a defender, and usually you do see him playing in the back line, maybe as a winger. He's had some really good games for Dallas this year. Paredes with a great shot, picks off a pass, but it's able to be saved by Maurer there. That was a great opportunity for Portland again. Dallas getting a little lazy in the back, it looks like, Mike.
Yeah, a lot of press, man. Short corner taken quickly. Almost had another chance there. Valeri now on the right-hand side. He's stepping over. He sends it in to Polo. Polo takes a shot, and it just misses wide. Maurer with a great save. Wow.
There's been some good goalkeeping today between Maurer and Melia here.
Wow. Man, this is good stuff here. Maurer is standing on his head right now for Portland with the saves and the pressure that's on him. And Cool Guy says he's going to come for the Sounders game. Absolutely, Cool Guy. Jump on it and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss us going live. We'll be doing our regular episode right before that, and then we'll be coming on live for Sounders and LAFC on Tuesday night. Where is my graphic? There it is. We will be live stream reaction, Seattle LAFC, 9:30 Central Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 West Coast time for Seattle and LAFC. Oh. And here comes Dallas now. Fafa Picault, a 2-on-1, and Diego Chara snuffs it out. It goes out of play for either a corner or a throw. It is a corner. And so a little
speed on Picault there in the 66th minute. He's still got legs, man. He is hustling to pick off that pass and to take it right towards the Portland goal. And goodness, Diego Chara, last man back. How did that happen? There's no defender in sight, and he is able to perfectly position himself between Picault and the other Dallas attacker, cut the pass off, and knock it out of play. Excellent move by Dallas for the counter, but just better defending there. And we're seeing these replays of Maurer, a couple great back-to-back saves there. This is fun. Energy's picking up here, Mike.
It is.
Switch to water to stay hydrated for the second half here.
Hey, man. You got, dude, it's getting late. It's 0-0 in the 67th minute. It's finishing this one because maybe I should start hydrating in case we go to penalties. I'm just saying.
Well, today the odds are in favor of going to penalties, apparently. But no, to finish off my thought on Hollingshed here, and if you got any hot action coming in from Portland, you let me know and stop me.
Corner kick for Portland just came through. Yumi Chara with some foot stepping in the box, and we'll have a corner.
But yeah, I was thinking maybe Hollingshed, they're looking for a mismatch. Like he's really shown that he's got some deceptive speed in tonight's game. Maybe if they're thinking if we get him a little further up the field, then he might create a mismatch and he might be able to take advantage of Portland's defense on the counterattack. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to spring him or turn him loose, and he's been doing a lot more defending than someone in his position should be, someone in that kind of attacking midfield position, if that's what they're looking to use him.
It could be. Dallas gets over on the counter, and Franco Jara's cross into the middle gets deflected nicely and falls to Steve Clark. He distributes it out to the right-hand side, and now Portland in possession. Diego Chara sends it over to Villafana. Villafana back to Chara. Portland just got a little bit surprised by that counter kick, and shots are 16-3 Portland Timbers right now, man. 16-3. How is it still 0-0?
I mean, if this game goes to penalties, I'd be shocked. and especially two Western Conference teams. What have we seen out of the Western Conference all year? Just ridiculous score lines and goals upon goals. So there's a game winner here, at the very least in stoppage time, if not in the first 90. And if I'm a betting man, I would put it on Portland. Mora with a little tap in, or Paredes with a rocket from outside, or
Diego Paredes sends it over to Yimi Chara, sends it into Villafana, and his cross goes out of play. Just misplayed that crossover. But no, I would say that we're looking at either a Portland goal or a Dallas counter to get on the board. That's what I see before the 90 minutes is up. There's got to be goals in this game. I see it happen. I can't see this game going extra time 0-0. And as we speak, Ryan Reynolds, is that I don't know why I said Ryan, but
actor Ryan Reynolds and new
actor. I thought there was an actor named him. Yeah. So Reynolds gets it up here. Now Hollingshed in possession in the middle, tries to send it over, but Valeri cuts it out, and Paredes sends it up to Diego Chara, sends it past the diving defender, and now Portland on the attack. Portland, oh man, what a horrible ball from Diego Chara. Gets cleared out nicely by Nelson, and we'll have a throw-in for Portland. Man.
As good as Chara is, he's not known for his offense or his assist in playmaking.
Well, absolutely.
Like offensive playmaking, at least.
Absolutely.
But very deserved MLS Best 11 this year. That might be his first MLS Best 11 in what's been just an outstanding career for him. So very, very well deserved. I think Portland is like, if he's not on the pitch, they lose like 90% of their games, versus games where he's on the pitch and starting, and their winning percentage is like something ridiculously high. So he's definitely one of the greatest Portland players of recent history, for sure.
Absolutely. Jason Jardim chimes in and says, if Portland loses, it'll just go along with this crazy weekend in MLS. Absolutely. Jeremy Mbobise, he's sitting down. Is he sitting? Is he standing against the end line? I don't know what he's doing, but get Mbobise into the game.
Right. Like we don't, Portland's doing everything right except finding the back of the net. So you don't want to make a sub and change the rhythm and change the flow. But at the same time, if you're not scoring, you got to do something. Winning. Like Savarese is really balancing that line right here. And I'll defer to him. There's a reason he's on the sideline. There's a reason he's won trophies. There's a reason why we trust him, and so does the Portland Timbers organization. But I like seeing subs come in and make an impact on the game. Ryan commented earlier, he knows my preference. Like, I like seeing subs come in between the 60th and 70th if you need to make an impact. This might be the exception, though. This game, the way Portland's been playing, might be the exception where they're just going to keep riding it out and hopefully maybe tweak one or two little things here, maybe put a sub in late or in stoppage time and try and take advantages of some tired Dallas defending. So we'll see. Or it's a chess match. Is Luchi Gonzalez waiting for Savarese to make a sub so he can counter it with his own? There's everything going on here, Mike.
He's got Hollingshed playing in the midfield, man. No, here's Frank O'Hara in. He shoots, and a save by Maurer. Oh, man, I thought that was the breakthrough. I really did. Oh, man. Wow. Yimi Chara sends it into Felipe Mora. He shoots it with his left foot, and Maurer makes the save.
Oh my gosh. Man. That was like one of those, I'm just going to give a little toe poke and get it past the near post, and he couldn't get it hard enough through to the near post, and oh my goodness gracious.
And there's the corner there, and it falls back to Valeri. Valeri now sends it over to Polo. Polo back to the top of the box to Villafana. Villafana sends it in. It's cleared out nicely by, God, who the hell is 24? Matt Hedges. Now another send in by Portland, and Villafana comes off his arm, but the ref doesn't play it. He plays advantage for Dallas. Dallas, he sends it up to Frank O'Hara. He's got Diego Chara on him, and Dallas still, there it goes, falls back to Villafana. Villafana up to Paredes. Now Paredes back to Villafana, and here comes Villafana. Maybe a foul. Yep, a foul on the defender for Dallas there. A free kick in from Portland. They're trying to get things moving quickly. I think that's been displayed by Savarese. He's probably said, listen, you guys hit the back of the net within 5 minutes or I'm changing this up. He's got to put in a striker here. He has to. I know. Listen, I'm not a coach by any means, but you've got to get somebody on the field that can put the ball in the back of the net and go for it, man. You're at home. It's the playoffs.
Absolutely. What's funny, I'm looking here on Twitter. T-Max says, since we're talking about scarves and coaches and things, if you're a coach, are you wearing a suit or are you wearing the track suit?
What are you wearing, Nick?
Oh, I'm going suit. I'm dressing up, man. Maybe it's the lawyer in me, but I like the suit. I'm gonna look formal, but definitely have the team appropriate tie. The little bit of flash, the little bit of fun, color. Dark suit, light shirt, team tie. That's my look if I'm on the sideline. Very, very Savarese-esque, very Peter Vermees-ish. I like these traditional guys. And then just get a little flash there, maybe a cool little lapel pin or something. But something though, like if I'm fired up, I can rip the tie off and throw it around or something like that, or lose the jacket just to emphasize my point. That's what I'm doing.
See, I'm going tracksuit, man. Right now, coronavirus. No fans in the stands. I'm going tracksuit, man. Keep it comfortable. I don't think I've put on a pair of pants that doesn't have an elastic waistband in probably like 3 months, bro. Like, I'm just enjoying the pajama pants right now. So
please give tips so Mike can buy new pants. That's what we're looking for here, everybody.
That's not why we want tips. We want tips to keep growing this damn podcast, man, and put money into the back, so we can get these cool graphics and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe, they give my wife some money every once in a while. I don't know. But
all for the show. But hey, let's get back to this game here a little bit, Mike. Let's let everyone know what's going on.
It's getting dusted up here, man. Ricarte for Dallas, the number 10 for Dallas, picks up a yellow card here. It's starting to get a little bit it's getting a little crazy out there.
Yeah. I mean,
Paredes bleeding from the nose.
Paredes was all over him defensively. He was not letting him go. I'm glad the referee didn't call a foul on Paredes. It would have looked a little tic-tacky. He was doing enough to really frustrate Ricarte and then was able to turn him around and take the ball away from him. The Ricarte just comes from behind and kicks Paredes. And the referee was correct. Yellow card immediately. And now you're right, it's dusted up. I don't know how this happened. All of a sudden, the entire Dallas team is all up in the face of the referee. The sideline officials are now there trying to separate the referee from the Dallas players. Like this is kind of getting a little silly here. If you're Dallas, you got to watch yourself. And you're right. Paredes with the bloody nose, he's going to have to go get that taken care of by the medical staff. But no one seems to be telling him to leave the field. Though, if I were him, I wouldn't leave until I'm ordered to either. So we'll see if the official gets that.
Yeah, so T-Max says, I'd say tracksuit too. LOL, got to be comfortable. Good stuff. Brother BKL Contreras says maybe you could wear a tracksuit. It could fit you. Joey, run, Joey, run. Give a shout. So I don't know who's Joey, but we're going to give you a shout out, Brother BKL Contreras. Shout out to you and shout out to whoever's wearing a tracksuit like me. We got this. So now there's a Dallas player down on the ground here, rolling around. Who is that? Number 4, I believe it's Bressan. Don't know what the hell happened to him. He's grabbing his drawers. There,
he took a shot.
Right. Took a shot right off the jewels, and God bless you, man. That's painful. Yeah. Here comes
Fafa. Kids are gonna feel that one, man.
Yep, sending it up, and Dallas on a little bit of the attack there, but
Jay Jardim is right though in his most recent comment. Like Dallas has nothing going forward. Portland's been so good about sniffing anything out and stopping any sort of counterattacks. That last play of them just bombing it downfield and throwing a cross in is kind of the most offense they've had in a while. Meanwhile, thank you ESPN for showing the replay of a defender taking a soccer ball to the nuts. Thank you for that. He's still rolling around in pain, man, and I don't know how much more I want to talk about it because I'm starting to feel uncomfortable myself. Ooh.
Yeah. So here comes a Dallas corner here. probably the most forward they've been all night. Can they get an equalizer, a go-ahead goal here on the corner kick? We'll see here. It gets swung, and outswinger goes back, and Valeri gets the clearance up. Felipe Mora sends it further up the field, and then it's played out for a Portland free throw. So,
did you say Portland free throw? What are we talking here, Mike? Portland throw-in?
Damn, I have had way too much scotch tonight. I even waited till like 8 to start drinking, and I am hammered.
I waited till 8 o'clock. Okay, Mike. I think we're learning a little bit about your personal life tonight. Waiting till 8.
Dude, I'm early to bed, early rise, man.
All right.
I start drinking early so I can go to sleep early.
That's fair. That's all fair. What do we got going on? We're in the 79th minute now here. And Portland just kind of dealing with any little bit of offense that Dallas can muster, easily handling that corner kick, easily building some possession out of the back to kind of take Dallas out of a rhythm. Paredes did go off and get some quick medical treatment. He's back on the field now for that bloody nose. So we'll see. He's on the ball and trying to do something, but doing nothing, unfortunately. So what are you seeing on your end, Mike? Like, is there enough time left for Dallas to really get something going?
Yeah, I mean, Dallas is starting to pick up a little bit of possession here. So this at least a good sign there for Dallas. Timbers have conceded 14 goals in the last 15 minutes of the match. Tuamasi comes in for Ricarte. So they take out their 10. They bring in Tuamasi. I don't know anything about this guy. I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
But Dallas is starting to get a little bit more possession. I mean, again, it's like the same story in the first half and the second half. In the first half, it was all Dallas all Portland for the first 30 minutes. And then Dallas started to even the field out a little bit for the last 15. Well, we're seeing the exact same thing here. Portland has really come out strong in the second half, cannot get the breakthrough. One too many passes in the box, something. They cannot score. It's 0-0 right now, 80th minute, just about to hit the 81st. And now Dallas is starting to get a little bit more possession. Hollingshed in the middle of the field as a midfielder, I'm boggled right now. But he sends the ball out wide to Picot. Picot sends cross into the box. Mabiala deals with it, sends it back to Hollingshed. And now he tries to make a quick ball up there. That's a hand ball, man. If that's in the box, Villafana goes to clear the ball out. And as he's sliding, it hits his hand. Referee waves it off. But if that's in the box, that's a hand ball, dude. Villafana, ball goes out of play for a throw, and Villafana throws it in very quickly. Smartly by him, because that might have been looked at in the box. But Portland has possession. Paredes in the middle of the field. He sends it over to Diego Chara. Chara looking for somebody in the middle. A little dummy there by Felipe Mora. Get him out of the game. He's not doing anything, man. I like Felipe Mora. I like this. I know we talked about him in our preseason predictions. Coming over from Pumas, I believe. He looks like a strong player, but dude, get him out of the game. Put Ebobisi on, fresh legs, 10 minutes to go in regular time, and let's see what he can do. And so T-Mac is in full agreement. How is that not a hand? That's clearly a handball. It is. He played the ball. It wasn't that the Dallas player played the ball. He played the ball, and that one went right up into his hand. Whether it was inside the box or outside the box, I don't know. But
it looked outside the box, and I think if you're going to let it play, whatever the ref calls, you'd be hard to press argue against it. It looked like the ball played the hand. His hand was kind of up and away from him, but it looked like the ball played the hand. So I'll let it go. We don't want that to change the game right now. Anyway, we're talking about Emma Tuamasi coming in for Dallas. He has been with FC Dallas since 2018, but has been out on loan to the Oklahoma City Energy and the Austin Bold. So he is now finally back with Dallas's first team.
There you have it. There's the first goal. Portland gets on the board just like that, and Portland takes the lead. Villafana, man.
Hey, look at that. Maybe there was a little something with that handball. Maybe there was a little magic going on there for him.
I'm over here
like he's getting the job done.
I got this guy from high school texting me on Facebook and being like, something about some stupid post I put on there earlier. And in the meantime, as I'm looking down at my phone, Valeri sends it into Villafania, and he blasts it past Maurer for the 1-0 Portland lead in the 82nd minute. Man,
oh my goodness gracious.
Finally they get the breakthrough.
What a way to take it. And for Villafania to come that far up to he roofed that shot, Mike, up and over Maurer, top netting. That takes some skill. You got Steve Clark celebrating in the back. He's psyched. The entire coaching staff ignoring all social distancing. Hugs all over the Portland bench. I'm loving it. This is great. This is fun drama. This is awesome soccer. And you know what, Mike? We still got 10 minutes left for Dallas to try to stun them again. So we'll see what happens here. But man, that's got to be an emotionally draining moment for Dallas. That's for sure. And Portland's coming back on another attack.
Yep. Yeah. Here comes Portland now. Yimi Chara outside the top of the box sends it over to Mora. Mora sends it back to Polo. He takes a weak shot at the keeper, and Mora is sending his guys forward, trying to set him off on the counter. And Franco Hara now in possession right at the halfway line. Zuparic dragged all over him, but he takes it away, and Portland back in possession now. Yimi Chara, 3 Dallas players around him, and there's the foul on Dallas. It'll be a free kick for Portland. So, man. Hey, wait a minute. There's Timber Joey. Timber Joey standing up. He's cutting the log, man.
Oh, he is there. Did they have him like in quarantine in the stadium or something and then bring him out to cut the log? That's phenomenal.
Apparently, because the guy was nowhere to be found. I've seen the log a couple times. He was nowhere to be found around it, and there he is. He's there to cut the damn log. So well done on Portland and their management team to get him in there. And now a free kick by Valeri. It's taken away by Dallas. Dallas sends it up the field as a clearance, and here's Tuamasi trying to get around Zuparic, but Zuparic shields it out of play nicely for a Portland throw.
Man, it would be something to see Tuamasi, 2 years at Wake Forest, Generation Adidas, getting loan spells with USL clubs, now coming into Dallas in their playoff game. Like he keep an eye on him over the next several years to see how he develops at FC Dallas. And to me, this was interesting. We're going to see. I think it's Michael Barrios. Barrios for Dallas coming in. He's typically a starter for them. Like I was really kind of surprised to see Michael Barrios on the bench. And especially now seeing him coming in the 85th, 86th minute, I would have expected to see him a lot earlier to try and make an impact on this game. But I guess finally Lucci says, I guess it's time now as we're in the last 5 to 7 minutes here. So we'll see if Barrios can get something going. Though I'll tell you, if he was in the game earlier when tempers were flaring, he probably would have drawn a yellow, maybe a red, just knowing his reputation for how hard he likes to go in.
Yeah. So here comes a throw for Portland now, and Polo slowly taking his time over to take that throw. 86th, almost 87th minute here. Portland's going to try and eat this one away. They're going to try and keep pressure on the attack, but here's the throw in now to Felipe Mora. He gives it right away to Dallas, and but it's cut off by Mabiala, who makes a little bit of a run into the middle, and he's still on the ball, sends it into Mora, but it's cleared out nicely by Hedges, I believe, up to Pico. Pico sends it over, and now we've got God, is that Hollingshed again in the midfield? God, I just cannot get used to that, man. It's really throwing me for a loop. But here he is in the midfield, sends it out wide to Reynolds. Barrios comes in for Thiago Santos, and now Barrios on the ball, scooting down the left-hand side, right-hand side. I can't tell my directions right now, but it goes out of play for a throw-in for Dallas, and now Barrios, and cleared out nicely by Villafania, the goal scorer for Portland. Yimi Chara on the ball, shielding it beautifully, but it comes back out to Villafania, and he tries to boot it, but it goes out of play. It'll be a Dallas throw, and there's a new subscriber. That's debatable. Subscribe to your channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. This has been a fantastic live. You guys have definitely shown up. Lots of subscriptions, lots of donations. good stuff here tonight. So thank you everybody who's watching.
We got a quick question from Angelito, who asked who scored the goal. That was Villafania on the assist from Diego Valeri. So he's the difference maker. He's been solid on defense. He's been pushing forward, and he gets the goal. And yeah, T-Mac, I'm with you. Barrio subbed on way too late. Meanwhile, speaking of subs, Ebo Bise comes on, and what's funny is he doesn't need to be the goal scorer now. He's just got to have some possession and hold up play. And we have seen Ebo Bise over the last 2 seasons with Portland really develop his all-around game. He doesn't just have to be that poacher or that speed guy who can cut in behind. He's developed a game so he can shoot from far out. He can have some hold-up play. He's getting a lot better. So let's see if maybe he gets another USMNT call-up in the not-too-distant future.
And we'll see a nice move from him in the midfield there. Sends it back, and it goes over to Chara. Polo sends it back to the defense there to Bonilla, and now Mabiala over to Bonilla. Bonilla trying to make a move here for Portland, sends it into the box, and Brisson puts his hands up right away as it falls through to Maurer. Nothing there. But good question here from That's Debatable, who just subscribed. Do you think Phoenix will ever join the league? I think they will. I really do. I mean, that's a top-notch organization there in Phoenix. With the stadium that they have, it's not a great stadium. It's not huge, but it's a soccer-specific stadium in USL. So I think that they're definitely on the right track. And there's a shot by Dallas, a header on the deflection, and Steve Clark gets his fingertips to it. So, anyways, to answer that question quickly, yes, I think so, but we will see how that goes. Depends also on the balance. With Sacramento coming into the league, St. Louis coming into the league, what will the balance be in the Eastern and Western conferences?
But now you might see Minnesota moving back east.
Yeah. So here's Dallas, a long ball into the box there. Polo and number 16, number 14 for Dallas. Nope, it's just the throw in. He was trying to draw a penalty, nothing there.
Yeah. I love the discussion about new teams coming into the league, because the things we've seen consistently from the league, it being a single entity and always having that ghost of the NASL that folded in right behind it, right? The years of contraction early on in the MLS when they had to get rid of Tampa Bay and Miami. You got to have your big investors. You got to have those expansion fees and those operating costs. They want season ticket holders. Last season, when I was down at an Indy 11 game in Indianapolis, their whole thing was, we need to guarantee like 10,000 season ticket holders, and then we can build a new stadium, and then we can get in the MLS. Like, that's kind of what I've been seeing from some of these USL clubs who have bigger aspirations. And that's what we saw from Cincinnati. That's what we saw from what Charlotte's trying to do now, is get season ticket holders and get the investors to back everything, because you're going to eat some losses the first season or two. And if they can stick it out and the league doesn't have to step in and help them run their franchise, then they're all set.
Yeah, so as we speak, Dallas now, Barrios with a free kick into the box, gets cleared out nicely by Portland. A good chance. Barrios with a couple little step over move there, and it gets sent over to Picot, tries to send a cross back into the box, but it's blocked out nicely by Portland. And Hollingshead not even playing the ball. And Diego Chara looks at the referee with his hands up like, dude, he wasn't even playing the ball. Well, this isn't American football. This is soccer, and these guys don't have to play the ball. And there's a header in by Franco Jara. Goes wide. It'll be a goal kick for Portland Timbers. 92nd minute. We've got 4 minutes of stoppage time right now. So,
I mean, this is the best they've looked all game, which is good. That it's coming in stoppage time is bad.
Agreed.
So, I mean, you still got Lucci coaching his butt off up and down that sideline. He's pointing at his wrist. He's telling his teammates or his players, time's ticking. He's telling the ref that Steve Clark's wasted.
Long ball over the top. Here's Dallas with a chance. Sends it in. It's off the post. He hits it in. It's 1-1. Oh, my God. 1-1. Dallas ties it up.
What are we watching? What are we watching this playoffs, Mike? Oh, my God.
Ricardo Pepi, the young gun playing in USL League One. He scores in the 93rd minute to tie it up 1-1. Holy cow. Boys and girls, we got a ball game on our hands.
Oh, my good, Mike, I don't know what I have witnessed over the last 72 hours of MLS soccer. I can barely comprehend what's going on with this league, with this game, but my gosh, it's fun and exciting here. And for Pepe to keep playing and for Dallas to keep it going like for this long, this is crazy. As Ryan Anderson said, MLS
you know that guy? Do you know that guy, Ricardo Pepe, that we called as a breakout youngster in our FC Dallas preview? He just scored the tying goal in the 93rd minute for Dallas. And we've got a minute left in this one before we go to extra time here. Dude, I didn't make a graphic for extra time. I guess I have to do that now. Because we're going to have to take a little break. I'm going to have to put the halftime graphic up while we go take a break because I'm empty here, man.
Oh my gosh.
It's time for a cocktail. And here we go. I mean, Steve Clark, he's coming up for this. He's not coming all the way up, but he's coming deep here. Here's Valeri sending a long ball into the box. Who better than Diego Valeri? But Maurer gets his hand to it.
Oh, another save.
It's a foul there for a foul on Portland. So Dallas will have a free kick if they let it get to that chance. He does not. The referee sends it to extra time. I'm putting the halftime graphic up, taking a minute. And Ryan Anderson says, more SOP is always a good thing. Oh, absolutely.
Too kind here, buddy.
Too kind, Ryan. Appreciate it. Keep kicking ass with your channel, man. That's what you're doing. So here we go. A little bit of a break here before we head to extra time. And to everybody, the 40 people watching us on all three platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, hang tight. We'll be back shortly. Make sure you hit that Cash App and send us a donation as well for our overtime. Talk to you guys in a minute.
Well, hey, everyone, I'm going to be doing my best here now that Mike has kind of turned things over to me for a little bit while he's refilling those drinks. We're going to keep talking. We're going to keep watching. We're going to see what other excitement can happen. We've had shootouts today. We've had last-minute goals. We've had yellows. We've had reds. We've had just pure insanity, both in officiating as well as in play. Like, guys, we've got just another crazy MLS playoff game here. We are in the 92nd minute of Portland versus Dallas, and Dallas is just holding the ball a little bit, trying to do what they did in the first half, get a little confidence, get a little rhythm, knock the ball around in the back line, see if they can't find a way forward. So this is what we got going on right now. And yeah, I agree with everyone who on social media, on our chats, on our streams, like, MLS playoffs are just the best. Absolutely. Everything is wild and crazy here, man. Mike, we got to update that scoreboard to show that 1-1 score. And
Yes, we do.
Meanwhile, Dallas looking for some long balls over the top. Barrios now working it down the right-hand side. He is kind of deking and dipping around the defender there. And ball comes up. The cross goes in. Picault gets an elbow in the back. Or leg into the Portland defender there, gets the foul. And Mike, welcome back.
Hey.
Hopefully you're hydrating now. You got the drink ready to go.
We're good. Got more drink. 1-1, 94th minute, extra time. Dude, this is fun.
I don't know what to say, Mike. Like, it's funny. I was just looking at some stuff on Twitter, and people are like, this is like quintessential American playoff mode right here, right now, right? Like, we're gonna take this game of soccer and just totally make it into something ridiculously American by having these single elimination soccer games here in the MLS, and it's a lot of fun. So thanks to the STL lads, the STL podcast, for giving me that line. But yeah, totally accurate. So what are you seeing on your end here now, Mike, as we get into about the 5th or 6th minute of stoppage time?
Yeah, so Yimi Chara coming off. Looks like Loria coming on for Portland. Looks like we've got Portland trying to bring a little bit more offense in, even though Yimi Chara out. Their DP signing with Loria in. He's going to bring some more offense. Dallas still, I mean, they're just trying to, they were kind of hanging on by a thread. They get it done. Ricardo Pepi, the youngster, I think he's 16, 17 years old. And now Portland in possession here. Looks like, God, who is that? Is that Polo? It is Polo. A foul there on Polo, actually. And we're going to have a free kick now. Oh, no, a foul on Dallas. And it's Marco Farfan comes in for Bonilla as well. So MO Soccer Podcast says, wow, unlucky goal there at the end. Yeah, definitely unlucky for Portland. But it's the playoffs, man. Portland is tried and tested. They've been through this before, and we'll see how they do here in extra time at home.
Well, like you said, Portland gives up goals in the last 15 minutes of the game. That's what they do.
They do.
And
that is.
I think the most this season, you said, like 14 times this season they've conceded after the 75th. So Dallas knew it, and they kept pushing, and they got what they needed to.
Exactly. And here is Dallas now with possession in their own third. Get it up to the halfway mark. Sends it up to Barrios. Barrios keeps the ball in play. He's at Villafana one-on-one on the right-hand side. Sends a cross into the middle, and a nice chance there for Franco Jara, but it gets broken up by Portland. And Paredes now coming down the line. Goes out of play, and it'll be a Dallas throw-in now. Pepi, he's playing all over the park, man. He's playing some defense, he's playing some offense, and there you go. So that's debatable. It says, what is your cup final favorite? Well, I know you had Seattle and New York City.
Yep. Which that's half wrong right now.
That is half wrong already.
But I still think Seattle's going to take the cup. That's still my pick.
Hey, we're going to find out, man. We'll be live for that Seattle LAFC game, which, according to the odds makers in Vegas, they've got LAFC right there with Seattle. So that's going to be a hell of a game. We will be live for that one. Thanks to the 51 people that are watching right now. We've got YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook on. thanks to everybody. And real quick, hit that subscribe button. Help us out. Help yourself out. Get in our $250 Visa gift card challenge. We hit 1,000. One subscriber will be randomly drawn for a $250 Visa gift card. It's that simple. We will be back Tuesday.
Better odds than the lottery.
Sounders and LAFC.
Absolutely. I was just saying, those are better odds than the lottery.
It is. It really is.
Got a good shot.
1,000 chance for $250. So here's Dallas now. Sends a cross into the box. Fafa Picault trying to make a run at the back post, but it goes out of play, and Steve Clark will have a goal kick. He's looking to take it quick, but he steps back and will distribute to nobody because he's still standing over the ball. And he's getting ready to kick this one in at some point to someone. He does finally to Zuparic. Zuparic sends it up the left-hand side. And Villafania now in possession. Barrios takes it away from him nicely. Barrios now making a run. Nobody on him. Paredes finally gets to him. He's in the box. Tries to send it in, and Paredes gets the clearance there, gets it knocked off his leg, and it goes out for a corner kick for Dallas. 99th minute.
Man, Dallas with the pressure. Like, I don't know where these legs came from. I don't know where this urgency came from. Who knows if they could have sustained it all game if this is how they came out from the opening whistle, but Dallas is looking like the team on the front foot right now.
At the moment, yes. Here's the corner kick, comes in from Barrios. Barrios sends it in. Paredes gets the clearance out, and Dallas regains possession towards midfield. Reynolds sends a long switch over. A header comes in, and Steve Clark kind of jumbles it, but he's got the ball. Sends it up to Paredes. Paredes looking for Valeri, and a foot on it for Ricardo Pepi. It goes out for a Portland throw.
Man, Paredes has been running all over the place since he came on for Williamson just before halftime, and he's looking a little tired. For a guy that's only had to play a half, he's looking a little gassed, but I'll tell you, he's put a lot of miles on this second, these 45-plus minutes he's played.
Yep, here's Pepe now over to Barrios. Barrios now has a run. He's going at Zuparic and Paredes. Takes it to the top of the box. He's looking for something in the middle. Zuparic plays that nicely, and it goes back, and Loria cuts it off for Portland. Now they're looking to get something going here. Diego Chara in the middle of the field sends it over to Valeri. Valeri right at the halfway mark sends it over to Polo. Polo, he's in some space. He ends up going back now to Farfan. Farfan over to Mabiala. Mabiala to Zuparic, and they're building that possession up over at the back line.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I just don't know what to say anymore about this game, Mike. Like, we've seen Portland do everything but score, and then only to have this game pulled right back from them in stoppage time. And we've got Portland trying to build possession. We've got Paredes on the ball. Is Mabiala going to continue to grow his playoff mythical legend here and come in and get another late winner for Portland at some point? And for those of you who are new to the game or new to Portland, yeah, Mabiala has a history of scoring playoff winners either off the bench or from just completely against the flow of play. So keep an eye on Mabiala, and we'll see if Portland can rely on his magic once again. Meanwhile, Picault with another rough foul. That could have been a second yellow for him.
Yep. Anyways, long ball in there by, I believe it was Villafania. And Maurer comes up and picks that one up. He's got the ball out to his defenders. Matt Hedges now in position. He sends it back to Bressan. Bressan sends it over to Hollingshed. He goes up to Fafa Picault. Picault right at the halfway mark, trying to build something. Pepe kind of playing very deep in his own half. And now Bressan back over to Hedges. Hedges up to Tuasam. I don't even know what the hell his name is. Wamasabi. And Loria gets tied up with him, and it is going to be a free kick for Dallas.
Hey, quick shout out, Samuel Rodriguez and Cool Guy, a couple of people who just found us, who just are getting into MLS. the great time to get into MLS, right? With these ridiculous playoff moments, and by ridiculous I mean so much fun and entertaining, and you learn a lot about the league because of just how crazy some of these playoff games have gone. So it's awesome to see you guys, and Samuel Rodriguez, a Chicago fan. So right in our backyard here, man. We're from the suburbs, so great to have you finding us. And yeah, too bad Chicago couldn't sneak into the playoffs this year. We were calling them an expansion team. New stadium,
long ball
new logo.
out, and Clark comes out to play it, misses it completely, but Portland gets the clearance out for a Dallas throw-in. Yeah, no, this is awesome, man. We've got 51-44 on YouTube, watching with us now on Facebook and Twitter as well. Thanks, you guys. Paulo Ricardo Fortes, a Dallas fan. Noah Taylor says, "Go Timbers." And hey, guys, hit that subscribe button. Help us out. Help yourself out. Get in on a $250 Visa gift card challenge. Once we hit 1,000, we're giving out $250. This has been a lot of fun tonight, and glad you guys have found us. We do American soccer content all week long, regular episodes, picks and predictions, live stream reactions. Jump on it. We really appreciate it. I think we're up to about 580 right now in subscribers, so good stuff with that. Here's Portland now. Clears it out. Tuamasi in possession. Sends it over to Reynolds. Reynolds sends the ball in. Franco Jara tries to get ahead on it, but it's cleared out nicely by Portland. And we've got a foul now on Tuamasi on Paredes. Kind of throws the ball away. Paredes, man, he had the bloody nose earlier. He's got the nose gauze in, and he's fighting out there as a substitute for Portland.
Yeah, I didn't know too much about Tuamasi before this game, and looking at him, looking him up a little bit here during some of the breaks, and just seeing him there, he's a beast, man. I would not want to run into him on a bad day. Like, he looks like he is going to be an excellent addition for FC Dallas, as we know about their academy and their scouting. So looks like another good find. He came over from Ghana and has been playing around the USL on loan for a little bit. Great to see him up on the first team. Hey, maybe that's debatable. If you've seen him in some of the USL games, let us know a little bit about him.
Hey, so Andrew Rosenstein, thank you for that donation, Andrew. And he says, "Can someone explain something to me in MLS? If I bet money line, does extra time not count towards that?" So in money line, it is a victory period, at least the way I know betting, and I've done a lot of betting in my day. So from what I know, whoever you bet money line is whoever wins that game. So if you believe you put money line on Dallas, and if they win, you will get that payout. Is from what I understand, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I've never bet a playoff game money line to have that happen. We'll find out tonight together, because I do have Portland to win this game money line. So we'll find out. But man, here's
Mike. That depends on how you're betting it. Depends on the source, because some money line bets, depending on how you're betting them and depending on how the bookie is, it's just regulation. So you just make sure you're looking at the fine print, depending on where you're placing your bet. So it could end in regulation. Yeah.
All right, there you go. So there's Daniel, Sky Blue Citizens podcast. He's releasing his first podcast episode tomorrow night. Make sure you head over and find Daniel at Sky Blue Citizens podcast. He's falling more and more in love with this league. Get on it, Daniel, and everybody else is watching. So there you go. Also, we've got Michelangelo Dabit, final Sounders versus Union. That would be an interesting final. It's still on the table. We'll see how that goes. Here's Dallas now in possession in the box. Hollingshed goes out and plays it out of the box, and it goes right to the Portland defender. Then he comes back, sends a curler in, but it goes wide for a goal kick for Steve Clark.
Well, Mike, I'm glad you're bringing the energy here too, because it certainly looks like Dallas and Portland have. Love that everyone's sticking with us as we watch this out. What do you think is going to be the breakthrough here? If you do think there is going to be a breakthrough, are we going to penalties, or are we going to see Fafa Picault pick off an errant pass and take it home? Are we going to see Diego Valeri bend in some sort of free kick? Like, what do you expect to see that's going to break this draw and send a team through to the next round?
From what I've seen in extra time, I think it's going to penalties. But But again, I thought Portland had this wrapped up. And then Ricardo Pepi ends up getting this crazy cross out and hits the post and then ties it up a minute and a half before 4 times. So I think we're heading to penalties here just by the way everything's based, but with the play here in the extra time period. But I don't know, man. We will see how it goes. It could go any way. Portland has been pressuring. Dallas has hit on the counter. We will definitely see. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, gosh, man, the energy that Dallas has brought into this stoppage time and extra time, it's kind of they've got all the momentum. So as of right now, it wouldn't surprise me if Dallas can steal another one. We've been looking at things the whole game. Portland seems to have been in control the vast majority of this game and just couldn't find the back of the net. Speaking of Chicago Fire earlier, a team that doesn't convert early goals, doesn't convert chances, and then ends up losing a vast majority of their games despite playing so well. We could be seeing that here with Portland again. I'm still leaning towards Portland. I think especially this little bit of stoppage and play here as we get into the second half of the extra time period, I think it's going to let them kind of regroup mentally and just say, okay, let's do this. Dallas is running on pure energy right now, and that could leave them a little bit vulnerable in the back. And I bet Portland takes advantage of it, Mike. I bet they're able to find a little something. But yeah, give Valeri a free kick from anywhere within 30 yards, and that could be the game winner.
It could. We're just underway here in the second half. I've got to update my scoreboard here. Portland in possession right now. Nick, take it away. Let me get this scoreboard figured out.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Portland takes the kick to start the second half of extra time. We do have a substitution. Bodley is in for Andy Polo, so trying to get some fresh legs up top. We know where Portland is going to be trying to play, to Ebo Bise or to Bodley. Want to give a quick shout out, Paulo Ricardo Fortes down in Brazil joining us. Hi night and don't sleep still. So hope you're enjoying the game, man. Hope you can get to sleep eventually. It's gonna take me a while for sure with all this excitement. Meanwhile, Barrios for Dallas gets the ball down in the corner, is able to play in a long cross and cleared away by Portland. And a foul almost given. No, Portland still has the ball. They're knocking the ball around the 18, looking for some opportunities. And Barrios with the cross in. The header, though, played right to Steve Clark. Haro with the header there. Dallas is on the front foot here, Mike. This has definitely been a complete switch from earlier. And we got a few other comments here. Brother BKL, I never think about Chicago Fire. Well, most people haven't been to the way they've been playing, so you're definitely not alone there. But look to them to make an impact this next season. They got rid of CJ Sapong. They didn't re-sign him, so they're probably clearing up some roster space and some money to bring in another bigger player. And everyone's thinking Picault Dallas here. That's what Fortes is saying. That's what David is saying here. So we got a lot of people thinking Dallas has the advantage as it sits right now in the 107th minute of this contest here, Mike. But I'm still leaning Portland. I think they're going to edge them out.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I've got Portland moving on here, so hopefully they get it done. So Paulo's with FC Dallas. We'll see how this goes, man. But Portland right now in possession. The substitute Bodley with the ball lays it off to Villafania to get the throw in here, and played out nicely by Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Valeri. He looks like he's going to take this throw in now. Will it be a long throw into the box? Matt Hedges, they put the camera on him, also to Barrios. Here's Villafania. Tries to send the cross in, but nobody there, just the Dallas defender. He clears it up, and Portland back in possession. Mabiala with a nice clearance away. Paredes and Pepi. Man, Ricardo Pepi, dude, this young kid, he's all for it. So,
I mean,
a young man might
legs
end up
for days. Let him run.
Kid.
I mean, that's the advantage of bringing in a young guy like that. He will not get tired. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Blake Bodley, and a name that I've never heard. And I don't know
No.
how many. I think you have to be a pretty diehard Timbers fan to know Blake Bodley, who has been with the Timbers organization since 2015, whether it be Portland 2, the U23s, or the senior team this last season. Been up and down with Portland 2 this season as well. So he comes in as more of an attacking midfielder. We'll see if he can't link up with Ebo Bise up top, right?
Absolutely. So Ankit Rai jumps in, says, hello, dude. How you doing, Ankit? Thanks for jumping on. Did the viewers keep going up the longer this goes in extra time? Thanks for jumping on here. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Get into our 1,000 YouTube subscriber challenge. Once we reach 1,000 subscribers, one subscriber will be randomly drawn to win a $250 Visa gift card. I don't give a damn where you are. We will send it to you. If it's Brazil, if it's UK, if it's Nigeria, we're going to send you a prepaid Visa gift card for $250. Thanks for jumping on. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our amazing American soccer content that we bring all week long, every single week. We've got picks and predictions, regular podcast episodes, live stream reactions, you name it, we've got it. So thanks for jumping on with us as well. You know what? Don't mind hitting that Cash App as well. Send us a donation. We've already got 2 tonight. Austin and Andrew have sent us donations. We're just trying to grow our podcast. Thank you, gentlemen, for sending that money over. Scan that app. Send us a couple bucks and help us continue to grow the game of soccer here in the United States of America. One day we're going to win the World Cup, man. One day we will. I don't know. It might be in our lifetime. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. But every single donation helps us continue to grow. So thank you so much. And shoot over a tip with that Cash App. Anyways, substitution here. Rito Ziegler comes on for Fafa Picault. That is strictly a penalties type move by Luchi Gonzalez.
Well, Picault, Mike, he's either cramping up or pulled something. He had to get helped out medically, but
he was getting laid out there during the break. But this is definitely a penalties type move. Rito Ziegler is their main penalty taker for FC Dallas. So when he's in the game, he's the Swedish international, or not Swedish, Switzerland international. He'll be taking a penalty kick if this ends up getting there. But Portland trying their best to make that not happen. Here's Villafania over to Bodley, tries to send it back. He goes all the way back to Diego Chara. Chara sends it over to the other side. Here's a nice run down the right-hand side. I believe that's Marco Farfan. He sends it up, and Loria sends a ball into the middle. Ebo Bise now in possession of the top of the box, sends it wide to Bodley. Bodley with a cross to no one, and it'll be easily cleared out by Dallas. And here is Pepe with Farfan. Pepe sends it back to Hollingshed. Hollingshed sends it up, but it's cut off by Farfan now, right by the midfield length. And there is Diego Chara in space, sends it over to Valeri. Valeri back to Bodley, who's working that left-hand side, sends it over to Villafania. Villafania to Chara, and back to Villafania. Here comes Blake Bodley in the box now to Ebo Bise. Ebo Bise right at the corner of the box, sends it out wide again. And Portland in possession right now, holding it down, trying to get this pushed through and hopefully find a winner before we head to penalties. But
Dallas has like 9 field players behind the ball right now, Mike. They are doing everything to not concede one late here to Portland. Meanwhile, on Portland side, hopefully Bodley, that was his one like nervous bad touch with that terrible cross he sent over to no man's land. But yeah, Dallas has 9 field players behind the ball. Is that 10? They got everyone behind the ball right now. They're not taking any chances with Portland working it around left to right and swinging the ball around here, trying to find a gap in this Dallas defense.
Why would you? You got 8 minutes till penalty kicks, and we all know penalties in soccer. It is a coin flip. You know, it doesn't matter who the better team is. And right now, Portland has been the better team throughout the 113 minutes that we have here. But you get the penalties, it's a coin flip. So Dallas is right there. They know they got lucky with that last-minute chance that Ricardo Pepe put it off the post and then banged it home to tie this one up and send it to extra time. Portland's been on the attack all night. Why not sit back and try and push this one to penalties. That's kind of the mindset here. But as we speak now,
taking their time on restarts here.
Yeah, Dallas has got the ball. They're in possession. Loria trying to pressure there, goes over to Pepe. Pepe sends it into Hollingshed. He's looking for Tuamasi, goes over his head all the way over to Reynolds, the right back. He sends it up to Barrios. Barrios now cuts into the middle. Villafana gets cut out, and nice tackle there by Diego Chara as he takes possession. And now here comes Portland, but then cut off nicely by Dallas. It falls back to Reynolds. Reynolds plays it off of Bodley, and it'll be a throw-in for Dallas. 114th minute. We've only got 5 or 6 minutes left till penalties. And there's Ryan Anderson says penalties are a lot more fun when it isn't your team. Absolutely. And as a diehard TFC fan, Ryan, you understand my pain when it comes to penalty kicks. If TFC goes to penalty kicks, I will turn the TV off because that's what I did in the CONCACAF Champions League final because I knew it wasn't going to work. And so, yeah, it's a lot more fun.
Once Jovinko left, you guys had no one who could convert a PK, that's for sure.
Well, right, till Pozuelo came along. And then now Pozuelo just bangs them in like it's, taking candy from a 2-year-old. So
who's taking candy from 2-year-olds, Mike? Why does that gotta be the reference?
Halloween comes around every year, brother. That's what I do. My kids go out, they do work. The oldest leads the pack. They take their friends around, they get candy, and then I just eat it all the time. I mean, can't you tell? Look at this. You know what I'm saying? I get my candy in.
Not for me to judge.
Here's Dallas now. Hollingshed at the top corner, left-hand corner, sends it over. Villafana clears it out, and Diego Chara tries to run a play upfield. Hollingshed with a foul, or Hara tries to take him out. Would have been a yellow card, but he missed him. And here comes Bodley now down the left-hand side for Portland. Portland, he sends it back to Diego Chara, back to Bodley. Bodley back to Chara. Chara back to Bodley. They're just playing some 1-2 here, and then Bodley gives it away right to Dallas. And here comes Barrios down the right-hand side. Barrios sends it into the middle, and it gets blocked out nicely by Zuparic. Now here is Bodley in possession. He goes back to Villafana. Villafana to Zuparic, back to Bodley. And Portland's playing quick, man. They don't want penalties.
I mean, they've got the advantage here, and as Diego Chara tries to get a little revenge there for almost getting taken out. He comes in like waist high on that challenge. But yeah, Portland's got all the momentum at this given minute in the game right now. Obviously, that could change in a heartbeat. But Portland's got all the momentum. Yeah, go take the win. You got about 4 or 5 minutes. Try and steal it here at the end.
Yeah, so Villafana sends a cross in. It's cleared out nicely by Dallas. Here's Farfan. He's got Pepe on him. Sends it into Paredes in the middle of the field. Paredes back to Diego Chara. Chara now standing over the ball. No pressure from Tuamasi. And now goes back to Mabiala. Now Paredes. Paredes into Bodley. Back to Paredes. Paredes looking for something. Dallas has got a bunch of guys behind the ball. Paredes takes a shot. Gets deflected. Will it be a corner? Or into the goal kick? I don't know. They've got the camera on Valeri. He's holding his hammy, man.
Uh-oh.
Larry goes down. He's holding the hammy. I think he's cramping up a little bit. 117 minutes in after playing 3 games a week. So
hopefully he can.
The team went to penalties against Toronto.
He's a Seattle guy.
Yeah, got it. Anyways, cool guy. Enjoy your run. We'll see if it's another Seattle-Toronto final here. I don't think it's going to happen. And I would put more money on Toronto not getting there because of, limping into the playoffs with the injuries that they have. But,
yeah, right. In a league that prides itself on parity, we've had the same 2 teams in the last several MLS Cup finals. All right.
There you go. So Valeri's still down on the ground, man. He's getting stretched out. They're doing anything they can to keep him in for penalty kicks. Because, damn. Well, here comes Flores now. Flores getting warmed up. He's ready to come on. Will it be for Valeri? My assumption is it will be. You don't want to see Diego Valeri get pulled out here right before penalty kicks. So he's walking off, taking a sip of some water. And nope, Flores puts his sub vest back on. And looks like Valeri's going to continue here. He knows what's at stake here. He knows it's the playoffs. Valeri wants another MLS Cup. and
yeah.
he's getting back out there come hell or high water. So.
Got an interesting question here from Doug Reed, and thanks for following us. If you know that we picked New York to advance. So if Philly gets by New England, which I think will happen, who wins Philly Orlando? For me, I'm going to go with Philly, and that's just my mentality is you're the best team until you're not, and I think Philly's the best team, and Orlando has no playoff history to speak of, except for this weekend. So I'm going Philly.
Dude, T-Mac, man. Like, T-Mac and I are just on the same page. That is, if Philly can get by New England.
There you go.
Beating any team 5 times in 1 year is tough, no matter what the team. Exactly. They've still got the first-round game to play, just like Toronto. Toronto hasn't played in the playoffs yet. Either is Philly. So I know we both picked New York City, and Orlando ended up getting the victory, but damn.
Yeah.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. They're not playing yet. So let them get past New England. It is at home at Subaru Park. Dupe should be able to handle that game, but it's not done yet. So if that is the case, I agree. I think they should be able to get past Orlando, but it's still a long ways away.
All right, here we go, Mike. What are we seeing here from Dallas, Portland? You know, it looks like
Dallas.
Dallas
A throw in here for Valeri. He's stretching those legs out, man. He's trying to stay in. Bodily now in possession on the left-hand side. Dallas is back, bro. Like, they know they've got a minute left. Bodily scoots past them, and then a beautiful play by Brisson to let it run out for a goal kick. And depending on the stoppage time here, this one looks like it is heading to penalties. Fabian Garcia says FC Dallas. Fabian, thanks for jumping on with us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and keep typing in FC Dallas. He's a fan.
He didn't say FC Dallas. He said FC Dallas, FC Dallas, FC Dallas.
Absolutely.
FC Dallas again.
So, Fabian, FC Dallas, let's see what you got. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that like. Share this stream. We're heading into penalty kicks in 2 minutes because we've got 2 minutes of stoppage time. Hit that subscribe button and help us grow, as well as get yourself in on a $250 Visa gift card. Here's Dallas now. Hollingshed sends it up the field, and it's broken up by Loria. Loria back to Mabiala. Diego Chara in. He goes up to Paredes. A yellow card now on Dallas for a nasty challenge on Diego Chara.
Yeah. And he knew it too. He knew exactly what he was doing. He came in from 10 yards out saying, I'm just taking this guy down. And that's what it was. Made sure to drag his leg out, take down Chara, and hopefully he's not hurt.
Yeah, I don't think he's hurt. Here comes Portland now. Long ball up to Loria. He tries to play it, but it goes out of play for a goal kick. And that's 1:21:10 on the clock. And looks like we're going to end up going to penalties. Well, we've got 63 people watching with us right now on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for jumping on, guys. This is absolutely amazing. This is probably the best turnout we have had for an MLS game in a long time, at least since the first game in MLS is back tournament with Miami and Orlando, when, us MLS fans had been starved for, 4 or 5 months. But this is a lot of fun. And Keith Rye says, I know nothing about soccer. I don't know what's going on, but I'm enjoying it. I don't know how this channel comes in YouTube recommendation. It must be the tags. Here's a long ball over the top, and it's the post. Oh, man. Wow. Valeri sends it over the top, hits the post, and goes out. And ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to penalties off. Damn.
Well, that really would have been the only way this game could have possibly ended any more crazy than it was.
Oh, absolutely.
For that to have dinked in the inside of the post and gone in. Holy cow.
So, Ankit Rai, this is fantastic. The fact that you're somehow getting this stream on notifications, you must have searched MLS soccer. You must have searched something. I don't know what, but you must have searched something. But that is fantastic news for me and for Nick to know that we are hitting up on the recommendations. And damn it, now you might be a soccer fan. So enjoy, have fun. Thanks for coming on and hanging out with us. Man, we got Paulo. He is Paulo Ricardo Fuertes. He's FC Dallas all the way. Man, we are having a lot of fun here. Where are the FC boys at? From Fabian Garcia. Dude, this is
There you go.
this
Well,
is
I'll tell you, Mike, the algorithm's got to be working because I've noticed over on our website, sonsofapitchsoccer.com, we've been getting tons of like spam posts and comments in the comment section. So the algorithm's working. People are coming over there. So
nice. No, it's been great, man. Here's Ryan Anderson. He's saying, I think I've been getting onto the recommend lately. Yeah, I mean, this is the dude Ryan. I'm loving seeing what you're doing, man. This is beautiful. And as he says, his analytics have looked pretty good. Absolutely, man. These live stream reactions, I know, man. You came on our live stream reaction for Toronto FC in Atlanta, and then you started blowing up. And I'm loving it. I love seeing what you're doing, man. You're blowing up. You're doing it yourself. It is beautiful. I love it. Everybody else, here we go. PKs, man. Dallas, Portland. Who do you got? Let us know in the chat. Who do you have taking this game? Maurer as the goalkeeper for Dallas. I know nothing about this dude. Steve Clark. I don't know much about him. I know he's a decent keeper against PK.
If you beat out Jeff Antonello, you're a good keeper. That's how I'm going to look at it.
Yeah, I guess. But let us know in the chat. Who do you have winning this? I have no graphics, man. I've got no PK graphics. I'm gonna have to work on that for Portland or not for Portland, for Seattle and LAFC.
The LAFC Seattle game.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I don't know if you guys saw that camera work, but you looked at Steve Clark's water bottle that they were giving him to take. There was a whole cheat sheet taped on the back of his water bottle for where all the Dallas players like to shoot for their penalty kick. So I don't know if that's common around soccer, if that's common around the MLS. I don't know if that violates any sort of MLS fair play rules or FIFA fair play rules. But you know what? It's a great idea. So he's definitely taking his notes with him. He's got his cheat sheet. We'll see if the referee lets him have it. They're chatting right now.
All right, there you go. So getting ready for kicks. I've got the scoreboard up top. I reset the timer. I've got the score at 0-0. So that's how we'll follow the penalty kicks here for everybody who's watching that does not have the game on television. If you're looking for the live stream and you're hanging out with us, hit that subscribe button. I've got you covered there with the score on the scoreboard. I've got Portland coming through, man. I've got a feeling. I like Steve Clark a little bit better than Maurer, probably because I don't know him. And you know what? Valeri stuck through it. He fought hard to try and get into these penalty kicks, and he's going to do it. Now, will he miss or will he make? That's the main question. But I've got Portland here. Who do you got, Nick?
Yeah, I'm going with Portland. Again, I think they've got the goalkeeping advantage. I just did a quick search for Jimmy Maurer, and he's been all over the place. He's been a pro for the last 12 years, but he's been with USL teams, development teams. He even spent a season in Chile with Club Deportivo Universidad de Concepcion. So he's been all over the place. Lately, though, with Dallas, has been on loan back and forth with North Texas. So but he's got some U17 international experience, so we will see if he can step his game up to that level once again.
Absolutely. Here's Rito Ziegler. Exactly what I said. He's on for the penalties. He steps up to take Dallas's first penalty kick.
And Mike, I got to let you call this. My feed is a few seconds
is Rito
behind
Ziegler.
you.
He steps up. He buries it a little bit to the left of the middle, and he does a Toro signal to the crowd there, FC Dallas. So it's 1-0 FC Dallas right now. Rito Ziegler steps up. The guy buries penalties all day long. Real quick here, False 9 Design says, at Sons of a Pitch, American Soccer Podcast, what is the bottle graphic to your left? That is Skira Icelandic Water. They are a sponsor of our podcast. Make sure you go get Skira at your local 7-Eleven here in the United States. That's our sponsor. Diego Valeri now stepping up. He shoots. He scores to the right-hand side. Maurer's left, and it's 1-1 Portland and Dallas. Ziegler and Valeri have taken the shots now.
Start with your best.
Start with your best.
Do.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, we saw that in the New York game. Morales came up, did not convert. You saw that in San Jose against Kansas City. Wondolowski comes up, gets it saved by Melia. That really sets the tone if your best player cannot convert. But here we go.
All right, so here's Franco Jara now. He's stepping up for Dallas. He puts the ball down in the front of the spot, steps back to the 18-yard line. He's got a pretty much straight-on run. He shoots, and he scores right down the middle. Steve Clark dives to his left, and it's 2-1 Dallas. All the shots have gone in as this penalty shootout rolls along. Who is next for Portland?
We will see. We will see here, Mike. I do remember, though, I was watching an ESPN Sports Science on the penalty kick. If a striker hits the ball with pace, the goalkeeper has to guess. They are too close where if he waits to see which way it goes, there's just not enough time to react. So,
and here's Farfan steps up. He shoots, and Mara gets a hand to it, but it goes into the back of the net. Man, Mara read that.
Catches the break.
Farfan kind of telegraphed that one, but he ended up getting it into the back of the net. And False Nine Design says, that sounds refreshing. I'm stocking up on water. Just so happens we'll definitely get some. Thank you, False Nine Design.
There you go.
Thanks for supporting our sponsors, Skira, Icelandic Water. And then we've got Ade Julianto, Janku Kabe, Semi Janku Kabe. Janku Kabe, thanks for joining. Here comes Brisson stepping up. He takes a slow walk up and just slightly passes it past Clark, who stood in the middle, and he slides it to the right-hand side to get it in. It's 3-2 Dallas. I haven't updated my scoreboard here because I'm too busy with these comments. Dallas gets it. It's 3-2 now. And Steve Clark was waiting for that middle ball, just like the last two guys there.
Yeah, good penalties though. And I will say, for this being the third shootout so far in the playoffs, no one's done anything really cheeky. No one's tried the little Panenkas. No one's tried the little slow rollers down the middle. They're coming in and they're just taking good solid penalties.
Stepping up now. He blasted into the left-hand side of the net, and Maurer doesn't move. It's 3-3 now.
Oh, Super Rich. Nice shot.
3-3. All the teams have scored. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching before the next penalty kick, hit that subscribe button and get in on our 1,000 YouTube subscriber challenge. Turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any of our awesome American soccer content. Here's Pepe. He steps up, buries it into the left-hand side of the net. It's 4-3 Dallas.
Dude, the 17-year-old in one of his first playoff games, burying the PK.
That's it's amazing, nothing, man. Like it's nothing.
Just talk about him getting USMNT call-ups.
He's good enough, man. He was in USL League One last year, lit it up, MVP of that league, won the title with North Texas SC. Here comes Jeremy Amobise, stepping up to the spot with his headgear on. A lot of pressure on this young man right now. Rocky says he's got the steel, man. He's got steel in his veins. Let's see what he's got. He's staring into the ball. I don't like what I'm seeing. He steps up, quick run up, takes it, shoots, and scores. Just past Moorer. George Andres Chota says, good job, guys. Thanks for jumping on, George, on Facebook. Here we go. 4-4. Are we heading to extra kicks? What do we got here, man? Everybody scored. No,
that Ebobisse penalty kick, that was closer than I thought. He was able to place it better than Maurer guessed it.
Here's Hollingshed, steps up to it. He's tired. He buries it right down the middle. It's 5-4 Dallas. Hollingshed with the stash buries it. 5-4 Dallas.
Let me just say, Mike, we haven't had any of these ridiculous keeper jump off the line early because all the shots have gone in. I hope that doesn't come into play as we get into sudden death shots here.
Hey, you know what? The pressure is on Blake Bodley now for Portland. If he misses, it's over for Portland. If he makes it, it goes on to extra kicks.
What do we got, Mike? Talk me
through
it. Here we
go. He's stepping up. He runs over from the other side. He takes the shot and he scores on the left. Maurer jumps to the right, and it's 5-5. Portland and Dallas. Every single kick in. Hey, no Tim Mealy in this one, man. None.
Wow.
None.
I know. Imagine Bodley just coming in as an extra time sub here. A guy who probably
honestly, I haven't liked what I've seen from him. I really haven't. And here's Matt Hedges now stepping up to the spot for Dallas. He's getting ready. False 9 Design says 52 on YouTube. Wow, watch along. Matt Hedges buries it into the left-hand corner, upper 90, 6'5" Dallas.
Man.
That's pretty friggin' cheeky from a sender back. Here comes Diego Chara now. He's got a little grin on his face. He knows the pressure is on his team. You know what? Going second is beautiful come the first 5 kicks. After the first 5 kicks, it's not good. Once you get into extra kicks, the pressure is on. Diego Chara, Jimmy Maurer, I don't even know what the hell his name is. Mauer's jumping down. Chara steps up to it. He shoots right down the middle, and he scores. It's 6-6.
Are we going to see goalie shots here, Mike? Are we going to run through the roster and see keeper kicks?
Dude, the way we're going, it looks like it.
It's like the only thing missing from our playoff bingo card right now, right?
No, absolutely. Anki Rai says, to cut long story short, FC Fire will be the winner. Is that a reference to Dallas Burn?
Ooh,
I don't know.
Could be.
Maybe Anki,
but
we will see. Here comes Dallas now. I can't tell who that is stepping up to take the shot. He steps up. Number 15 drills it into the left-hand corner, bottom corner. Tessman ends up getting it past him. 7-6 Dallas. Clark dives the right way, but he just slides it past his hand. Oh, man, this is getting fun. Pedro Guzman jumps on. He's got Dallas with the soccer ball. He's excited. Here comes Loria. Now for Portland, will he be able to keep this going? 7-6 Dallas in extra kicks. Loria stepping up. He looks focused, maybe a little bit too focused. Here comes the shot. He shoots, and he buries it just past Maurer into the bottom left-hand corner. Maurer gets the right way, but Loria puts it home. They're hugging. Loria's hugging Steve Clark. He says, God damn it, I'm going to call you Tim. Get a damn save, brother. Dude, I'm fired up, man. We got 71 people watching with us right now. Yannick Gosselin jumps on, says, what's going on with the keepers? They can't stop shit. Where's Tim Melia when you need him? 3 out of 3 today to put
I'll tell you, statistically, it's in favor of the shooter. But my gosh, I think this is totally blowing the curve right here.
Tuamatabi steps up. He takes the shot, and he buries it right down the middle. Steve Clark dives to the left, and Tuamatabi buries it. 8-7 Dallas.
Man. See, and I've always been a placement over power kind of guy when it comes to penalty kicks. And you got these guys with both right now. It's extremely difficult for the keeper. But my goodness,
here comes Jorge Villafana now. He's stepping up to the spot. The pressure is back on Portland.
Goal scorer for Portland here. Can he do it again?
He's got one. Can he make it happen and extend this penalty shootout to be one of the epic shootouts? No, he can't. Maurer makes the save. Portland is out. Dallas moves on. 8-7. Dallas wins in penalty kicks.
What an ending to another MLS playoff game. And that was a pretty well taken penalty too, Mike.
That was a great penalty, man.
He hits it hard. He hits it far, but man.
Nothing there, Allison. But thanks for jumping on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave. 79 people watching with us, and Dallas takes the victory over Portland. Nick, Dallas, who got run off the field for about 80 minutes out of this match, -10 in the first half, and they win on penalty kicks. The goalkeeper, Maurer, dives to his right, and Villafana with a great penalty. I mean, it was a good penalty. That was heading into side netting. And Maurer he guessed 100% and dove to the left. And there you go, man. Dallas
nothing but pure relief. Just pure emotional and physical relief on Maurer's face right there.
Unbelievable. Ryan Anderson says, what a stream, y'all. False 9 says, hit that like button. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. We're at like 28 likes, 0 dislikes. That's what I'm talking about right there, ladies and gentlemen. Ricardo says go Sound, or Rosendo says go Sounders. We will see. We will be back
see the Twigs
Tuesday
lose.
night.
That's great.
Hey, you know what? Always love to see the Twigs lose. There's a good diehard Sounders fan. We will be back for the Sounders Tuesday night, Seattle and LAFC. Live stream reaction, live stream, whatever you want to call it. Watch along. I don't even know anymore.
After 3 hours on this one, Mike, I don't know what else we can say.
Dude, this has been a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed. Thanks to everybody who has clicked watch. Thanks to everybody who has donated to our stream to continue the growth of SOPSoccer, Sons of a Pitch Soccer podcast. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Send us a donation to continue to grow the sport of soccer here in the United States. Hell, you can even get some merchandise. Sons of a Pitch. You'll get some laughs when you walk around town in your SOP stuff. And, man, Dallas gets the victory on the road in penalty kicks over the Portland Timbers. I didn't see this one coming.
Like I said, Mike, we've seen everything. We've seen everything possible in these MLS playoffs. And you know the best part? It's the first round. We have 2-3 more rounds to go before a trophy is awarded. And we have got just, I'm sure, a lot more insanity. Dude, I feel so bad for Portland right now. The way those guys have played all season, the way they won the MLS's back tournament, to fall like this, maybe you can take some solace that it was an epic, historical MLS fashion. But yeah, you got to feel for them. That's for sure. And Dallas riding a high. I mean, Doug Reed says they're going to come down. They're going to have a hangover and lose the next game. But enjoy it while you got it. And anything can happen in a single game MLS playoff. That's for sure.
Yep. Brother BK Alcantara. Well, there goes my bracket challenge. But hey, that's the crazy game. Mike and Nick, great stream and great support. Absolutely. The support tonight has been amazing. Jay Jardim from Twitter, now on YouTube. Thanks, boys. That was fun. Work is going to be rough in the morning. Amen, brother. At 6 a.m. when I get up to do my reporting, it's going to be rough.
Less than 6 hours, you and me.
Hey, you know what? We got this. Fabian Garcia says, let's go FC Dallas. Doug Reed says, go where? LOL. Absolutely. Ankit Rai, OP, to you guys, a heart and bye-bye. Thank you for jumping on, Ankit. And this has been lots of fun, Nick. A wonderful stream. We're sitting around, I don't even know, like 4,000 playbacks. We're sitting probably around 2.2K views right now. Good stuff. Probably about 30 subscribers tonight. Lots of fun. Art Best jumping on with the trees and then a puke face. Maybe, and there's Sky Blue Citizens Podcast with the upset alert. Carter jumps on. Hey, you know what? Everybody jumping on. Hit that subscribe button. Help us continue to grow. Get in on that $250 Visa gift card challenge. And, keep growing us, growing this. Great show from Doug Reed. Thanks, man. This is a lot of fun. We've had a blast tonight. Thanks, everybody, for jumping on. We will see you guys Tuesday night for our regular podcast episode, probably around 8:30 or so Central Standard Time, before our live stream reaction for Seattle and LAFC. Maybe the best game of the first round of the playoffs. We will see. Can't beat this. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. We'll find out. But Ankit Rai says, love you guys from India. See you in the next stream. Absolutely. We've got a lot of viewers from India. Thanks, Ankit, and we'll see you soon. Victor Raul H as well. Seattle likes this. Yes, they do. Nothing better than seeing your rival lose. That is for sure. So I'm happy as a TFC fan. Montreal is out. They're gone. So now TFC just has to handle their business against Nashville, which is going to be a tough task. We'll see what happens Tuesday night. Thanks, everybody, for jumping on. Nick, I'll call you in a minute. Everybody, have a great evening. We will talk to you all very soon. Thanks for all the support tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
Lots of fun. Talk to you guys later.